come in, making sure audio's working, because I have no idea how to check them myself. I should learn. I should really work on that. Alright. Yeah, so last where we were at was, the beast. Yep, so we were on start chapter 2. We'd just gone through some of that. We'd learned about Pauline and the merchant who was murdered, and Bestia, the Bestia. Okay, that was awful. I deserve everything. Okay. Alright, so yep. You tried the Restia, now try the Bestia. Thank you, Evie. Oh, okay. So someone liked it. Okay. I think we'll get started now. Or maybe in another minute. It's okay. People have a chance to. Oh yeah, just back to utter ominousness. Do you not desire more prey? But you were so hungry for blood before. I've had enough. I don't need any more. Although she is blind. No, because she cannot see. She does not push me away. She's the only one willing to accept me, to be with me. So hard to please. You obtained peace, cast it aside, and to pick it up once more. Oh, by the way, Evie, is the audio mixing all right? Is you can hear everything well and good and stuff? But you'll never be able to escape it completely. After all, you are enchanted by the pleasure murder brings. You have been for a very long time. This time I'm done. I won't kill anyone anymore. Being with her is far more satisfying than the joy killing brought me. To be with her is what I truly want. So very self-centered. You certainly are. Hey. It was as though he was viewing a flashback. The sound of knocking echoed through the mansion as it had the day the merchant came and brought the short-lived peace crashing down. What did I just tell you? I do not want any more prey. Stop this, stop it, don't break me anymore. I thought you were supposed to fulfill my desire. Why did the door open? Sword in hand, Bestia ran through the mansion's halls. It seems like Bestia really does not want to go on with the murders, but he was overcome with fear. He had obtained the peace he so dearly wanted, and even found someone who did not fear him. He was terrified that the appearance of more prey would cause this all to crumble. If he spotted the prey, murdered them, and conceded to his madness, she might choose to leave him. As much as she claimed he was not hideous, if she witnessed him doing that, I'll just chase them out. I'm done with this. My desire has changed. However, why? Bestia shuddered in terror at the sight. Stay back. Stay away from me. He broke into a run. It was not, after all, helpless prey had entered the mansion. That thing is... The monster's voice seemed to slither along the floors behind him. He felt as though if he were not to turn around, it would be right there on top of him. Why are you chasing me? Bestia shouted with fear in his voice, uncharacteristic of the beast who had so readily slaughtered his prey. But can you blame him? That's a Bestia. In the moment, I had an epiphany. I'd assumed he had called himself Bestia, unaware of what the word meant. A Bestia other than me? Bestia is not in fact the name. It's a word that means beast. Indeed, a second beast had come to the mansion. Why are you chasing me? Are you here to kill me? Is it because I settled down? Because I want to stop being a beast? Is something the matter? When the white-haired girl poked her head out of her bedchamber, Bestia was aghast. He frantically attempted to return her to her room. You mustn't leave your room. But as he was doing this, the horrifying creature, no, the beast's voice drew nearer. Do not open this door for any reason. I will protect you. That's right. I don't want this beast destroyed. These tranquil days together with this woman. I will protect them. I will. Trembling in fear, Bestia gathered his resolve. He pointed his sword, which until then had only been used to torment others, at the second beast. Now he'd wield his blade to protect the person he cared about. This was the same beast who had killed to satisfy his own primal desires. I will not let you destroy this. I will protect it from you. From a rational point of view, the things he was saying and feeling were rather idealistic, but Bestia was desperate. He did not want to lose this piece. Before long, the beast, the one chasing him... Okay, how do I do the big bands again? Alright. Let me just, okay, band, and let's just band this one too. Alright, yay, bots. I've made it. I've become a big streamer. Yay. Before long, the beast, the one chasing him, appeared from within the darkness. Say, Master, if resolve was the only thing necessary for one to act courageously, would that not mean nearly anyone could become a hero? Bestia had viciously slaughtered so many people before. He had gathered the courage to protect the things he cared for. But now he was shaking. He did not gallantly bring his sword down upon the approaching beast. Instead, he trembled visibly from head to toe. He must have been quite terrified of the beast's appearance. Stop! No, stay away from me! Don't! Stay back! Hey, Mosca, we're back in Fata Morgana, and a certain voice is talking to Bestia, and Bestia's getting really confused and angry and scared that there's another visitor, and because he doesn't want to kill anymore, but the house is still bringing one, and yeah, another beast has come to the house. Seeing Bestia so scared, I imagine the beast thought it a prime opportunity for it slowly, ever so slowly, ambled toward him. If I don't kill it, it will kill me. I have to kill it, I have to kill it, I have to kill it. I have to kill it, I have to kill it, I have to kill it. And that was the moment Bestia's mind ran off the rails of sanity. Kill, 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 kill! He lifted his sword above his head, facing the approaching beast. And ferociously swung it down upon his assailant. I can't do that roar without making it loud enough that it's a problem. Again and again and again. Screaming horrifically at the top of his lungs. He continued to swing after swing until the other beast had gone completely still. Or rather, maybe he doesn't want to kill, might be a better way to describe it. Before long, copious volumes of fresh blood stained the corridor. At some point, the other beast had stopped moving and sunken into a pool of its own lifeblood. I did it. I did it. I killed it. I killed the other beast, Bestia. Bestia had let his guard down, assuming he had claimed victory over the unmoving beast. I had not imagined either that the beast could still be alive after shedding so much blood. Stay back. The beast reached his hand toward Bestia. It was determined to drag him down to the underworld, it seemed. Slowly sliding along the slippery floor, it had dragged itself toward him. Even on its last breaths, it continued reaching for Bestia, fixated on him. He kicked the beast's hands up in the air, staggering it, and then he... Burn in hell! Rammed his blade down into it. Bestia's fear-stricken expression was hardly that of a knight who had just saved the maiden. Nevertheless, he had indeed eradicated the other beast. What a pleasant fellow. You come back again, okay? Promise me. I'll be waiting, believing that you'll return. I'll be waiting. It's about time for you to set off. Indeed. You take care out there. Don't eat anything funny and get yourself set. Got it? I'll be fine. I'm a tough one. The more overconfident you are, the more you'll push yourself and risk getting hurt. Make sure you drink lots and lots of water, okay? These two are really hot. You're right, Bosca. They kind of really are. Take care not to get a heat stroke or sunstroke, okay? You worry too much. Relax, I know how to take care of myself on ship. I know, but you never know what might happen. I want you to be in good health when I see you again. I will be. Though I'll probably keep you waiting for a long time again. I'll be waiting. Don't worry about me. I'll be waiting, I promise. I managed to wait 1.5 years already. I can handle this. Come back, okay? You have my word. Thanks. Safe travels. I refuse to believe that he could be dead. I have to find proof that somewhere out there he's still alive and well. I have to find him. I have to prove it. We have arrived at our destination, madam. Though I dearly wish I could assist you in your search. I have things to attend to during our stay. No, don't worry yourself. I couldn't possibly impose on you any further. Madam, Pauline, you mustn't put yourself in danger. By the way, this dress seems very not normal for any countries around this period. Should anything happen to you, your mother would be devastated. I wonder if Mom's mad. No, she's probably sad. Her sorrow is expansive as the Albufera wetlands, as deep as the ocean into which the sun sets. And it's all my fault. But don't worry, I'll be fine. As soon as I have certainty of his well-being, I'll go straight home. Me and him together. Pauline, your lover is. I have faith in him. He would never break a promise to me. He always comes back to me, no matter how long it took. A man like that wouldn't just suddenly disappear on me. There's been a mistake, and I have to prove it. I have to be the one to do it. Because he'll remain gone unless I see it with my own eyes. Yeah, it's a European-Japanese fusion dress of some kind, and it looks really cool, actually. But yeah, I wonder who you inherited your stubbornness from. What? Nothing. An acquaintance of mine lives in this village. I shall be staying with him. I'll let him know about you. He should gladly welcome you into his home. Oh, thank you, Orlando. You've been such a big help. Pauline. Hmm? 1 month. You search for 1 month, and if you haven't found him, you come home with me. Will you promise me that? You are her only daughter. Okay. Good. To tell you the truth, I regret bringing you with me. What I should have done is drag you back home. But I couldn't bear to see you like that, Pauline. It was like I was looking at her when she was younger. Orlando. Anyway, 1 month. Understood? Yes. Don't worry, a month will be plenty. There is something interesting about the way Orlando talks about. He's not a character important enough to even get a portrait, right? And yet, much like Mel's mother and father, there's a certain level of like their own story and interiority that they have, which the story doesn't seem to want to explore, but it's there. It's like it it really makes it feel more expansive than it is otherwise. Or there's a better word for this. Maybe I can figure out a better way to phrase this in a couple minutes. Yeah. Yeah, don't worry, a month will be plenty. I will find him before the month is up. The sleepy seaside village is on the small side, but from what I've been told, it used to have a flourishing fishing industry. Now, though, it's like there's a fog hanging over everything. That's not too surprising, I suppose. A few months ago, the village was part of a war for the control of the country. They're now under a different rule than before. Stripped of their independence and battered by the raging tempest of war, the people's spirits had been eroded, and spiritual damage is not so easily mended. Even if they were not physically harmed, there are deep wounds in their hearts. It's a lovely village, though. The breeze feels different than it does back home. Beneath it all, I'm sure the people are actually quite friendly and cheerful. A long, long time ago, I went to a trip to a land in the south. This country is quite a bit south of mine, too. People blessed with lots of sunlight are bound to be warm at their core. Say, Orlando. Yes? May I take a look around the village? I don't see why not. The sun's still up. I need some time to catch up with my acquaintance, so I suppose as good as opportunities any. Do you know where to find me, madam? Yes, you go down that way, turn at the second crossroad, follow straight for a little, cross over to the other side, and it's right there, right? Are you sure you can find it? By the way, with the way she just rattled that off, her sense of direction is so much better than mine. It's kind of, I feel like jealous. I can get lost super easily. All right then. You plan to stay within the village today, right? I'll see you in a little bit then. If you get lost, give me a holler. As much as you may insist otherwise, you really do care, Orlando. I feel bad enough as it is. Please don't take advantage of me. I think I might take full advantage of this. Thanks. See you in a bit. Ah, look at this kid. Definitely an important character. Let's go. What's he doing out here all alone, I wonder? There's no one else around. I wonder if something happened. Would it seem odd if I tried talking to him? Wouldn't want to get labeled as suspicious on my first day here. That's asking for trouble, but... The boy stands all alone on the shore, looking somehow precarious. As though a breeze might whisk him away into a million grains of sand, and if I look away, he won't be there when I turn back. That's how the boy appears to me. You'll never know until you try. Besides, it's important for me to communicate with the natives. I've got to build trust with the people of this village. Let's go. Good afternoon. What are you doing out here all alone, little man? By force of habit, I spoke in my native tongue. How tense can you be, Pauline? You may have just talked to Orlando, but that's no excuse. This isn't your homeland. But everything's alright. I studied the language, so I should be able to hold a simple conversation. You don't need to be afraid of me. My name is Pauline. I'll be staying in your village for a while. Nice to meet you. Javi is giving her nothing. Do you not understand me? My name is Pauline. What is your name, little man? Dreadful. What? You just called me dreadful. That's one hell of an accent you got. Who are you, a bandit? What are you here for? No. I'm not a damn bit, I promise. I stammered. Atrocious. There's no need to be so mean. I put in a pretty good effort, I thought. You could at least compliment me instead. God awful. That's not nice. What's a foreigner doing in a remote corner of this remote corner of the world? Sightseeing our little village? Sure got a lot of time on your hands. I do not. I am very busy. You're a little obnoxious, aren't you? You're supposed to treat your elders with respect, you know? Like a good damn lady. You're older, but you're acting way more like a kid than me. My name isn't Lady, it's Pauline. Pauline. And what are you here for? Completely ignored. I'm here to look for someone. There are rumors that he was last seen around here. Have you by chance seen any other foreigners around? Hell if I know. He just won't let me in. I've got to befriend him first. Of course he's gonna be guarded if I just start throwing questions at him. Alright, so you haven't seen him. Then why don't you tell me about yourself? What are you doing out here? Is that any of your business, lady? Boys out here on the beach all alone, wouldn't that make you curious? Don't you have any friends? Maybe he's one of those kids who doesn't have any friends. Imagine that, not having any friends. Couldn't possibly know anyone like that. Never met anyone like that, or... So if you don't mind, could we be friends? I'm not really familiar with the area, so it'd be nice to have someone with me. What'd you say? I don't need any damn friends. And who the hell be dumb enough to say, sure, I'll be your friend to someone they just met? How are you so jaded? You child! You need to be more courteous, more kinder to others, not so antagonistic. I just thought it'd be nice if we could talk a bit. That's all I want, really. How about you quit being so damn nosy, lady? It just so happens I like being alone. I've got some strange woman ruining my alone time. I'm out of here. Hey, wait a second. He's gone. This is going to be really, really hard. Bodied. I just realized I'm streaming under Ultra Kill. I'm a brain genius. Okay, just let me fix that. Okay, that should be good. Yes, this is the new act of Ultra Kill. We're gonna shoot we're gonna have to fight the maid. She's gonna time travel in the middle of the fight, so you have to fight multiple copies of her at the same time. You know, sick mechanics, sick ideas there. Like, she's gonna create attacks that'll pop off in the future, so you have to be aware of an attack that already happened in a certain area, and you know, you can shoot a version of her preparing something in the past to get ready for a future shot and whatnot, all sorts of stuff. Maid combos are really sick. I'm actually a big fan of a lot of the maid fighting game characters. Roll's good, Kohaku and Hisui and, Mech Hisui, all great. Shannon and the Umanika fighter. Yeah, maid combo's incredibly good. Master, you finally returned to me. You suddenly started staring off into the distance. I was quite startled. Now let us continue our tale. SS rank stands for super sadness. Oh, that's interesting though. The maid isn't telling us that part of the story. The corridor was horrifically repulsive mess. Splatters of fresh beast blood covered the walls, and there was a repugnant odor. Anyone would be compelled to avert their eyes at sight. What happened here? I am grateful that you cannot see, because you would certainly think me a beast if you were able to see this. Because you cannot see, you do not know what I look like. But I know. Another beast like me broke into the mansion. Was it? I protected you. Did I not? I protected you. Say that I protected you. That I did this for you. In his hysteria, Bestia tore down the curtains hanging on the hallway window. Blood-stained curtains that reeked of dead beasts. Aye. What did he have to be so afraid of, though? He had exterminated the other beasts encroaching upon his territory. I would understand if he had puffed his chest in pride, but far from that, his terror merely intensified. Calm down. The white-haired girl extended her hand for Bestia, but even her gentle, lovingly outstretched fingers evoked fear in his eyes. Instinctively, he feared anything that entered his territory, and then attempted to remove it. And driven by those instincts, he shoved aside the white-haired girl, the one he had said he wanted to protect. Being without sight, she had no way of reliably catching her balance, and she fell to the floor with a splash. For she had landed in a pool of blood left by the beast. Red seeped into her clothing, slowly spreading through the fabric. At first it looked like she had fallen into a puddle of fresh bright dye, but before long the red darkened into a brownish black. I'm sorry, I didn't know. It's okay. I'm fine. She embraced the panicking beast, softly whispering shh, shh, as if she was trying to calm a crying baby. The bestie was taller and physically stronger. The white-haired girl was emotionally more stable than he. What has you so frightened? Please tell me. I promise I will not look down on you for any reason. All I want is to free you from the depths of your suffering. Sometimes talking about things can lighten the burden they place on you. We have the ability to use words, both you and me. With language, the gift God bestowed upon man, we can communicate our feelings with one another. It's all right. Don't be afraid. Talk to me, please. Am I a man? You act as though I'm a man. No, you treat me like one. I cannot see you as anything else, as I've said before. Only because you cannot see me. You are the only one who says I am a man. You who are without sight. But I was content with that. You treated me like a man, so I felt that I had become one. The time I spent with you, I had real peace. I almost forgot that I was a wretched beast. I no longer sought after prey. Oh yes. Before you arrived, I murdered dozens of humans. I didn't want you to know that I was such a sinful creature, leaving a long trail of bodies in my wake. But I thought that if I didn't show them my strength, if I didn't force them into submission, then I would never find peace. I was drunk with power. I took great pleasure in it. In slaughtering people. The fear was so overwhelming that you turned the act of killing into one of gratification? You did it to protect yourself. Are you still not going to condemn me? Taking another's life is wrong. Not only does it rob them of their time on this earth, it inflicts great wounds upon those who care about them. However, I do not regard you as a mere beast, nor as a mere murderer. Something made you the way you are. I am almost certain of it. Something? Tell me about yourself. In your words from your mouth, tell me. When I woke up, I was weak, exhausted, emaciated. I couldn't think clearly or even remember much of anything. I was thirsty, hungry, sore from head to toe. A crowd of people surrounded me. This was a long time ago. Well, not so long as to be described as a long ago, but as far back as my past goes. I sought help from the people around me. My words did not get through to them. The only thing that came from my mouth were feral howls. They scowled at me and then... Stinking gross. I have no interest in any more trouble. Shall we kill it? Never seen anyone like this before. What is he anyway? Beats me a bestia by the looks of it. Bestia. 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 I didn't understand what they were saying about me. All I could pick out was the word bestia. The humans brought sticks and fishing poles, which they poked and prodded me. At first they probably meant only to chase me out, but before long their actions began to escalate. Bestia. Bestia. Filthy beast. We ain't got nothing for you. Dirty, nasty thing. Stay back. Hit it, pound it. He's feeling it. Beat the thing. Kill it. Kill it, kill it. Die. Why should I have to die? I was simply asking for help. If they didn't have food to spare, a glass of water would have been enough. I asked for nothing for them, but some relief from my thirst. But humans would not hear my pleas. My words reached no one's ears. When they brought weapons and started chasing me around and attempted to kill me, all I could do anymore was run. And as I fled, I saw something. A child pointed to a wild dog covered in mud and shouting, "Bestia." That was when I finally understood that I was a beast. And that was why the humans wanted to exterminate me. I was neither cattle nor swine, nor fowl of the air, but a vicious beast, the kind of creature that ravaged their fields. And so, you sought to prove your superiority to them, so you would never have to be called a beast or chased out of somewhere again. I was so close to forgetting it all. The time I spent with you was truly wonderful. I could forget about the people calling me a beast, chasing me around and trying to kill me. I could forget about slaughtering them and painting the walls with their blood. I could forget about everything. It felt I had become a man. But then it showed up. Another beast like me. It was my kin. A different individual though, built differently from me. I'm taller than I was. But it was a beast. And I too must be a beast. Regardless, I will continue to assist you or not, as many times as I must. Should you be troubled by these painful memories and attempt to cause someone harm again, I will be there to remind you of your humanity. Is that which you can see with your eyes, the whole of the world? I cannot see you, that is correct, but I can feel you, sense you, hear you, and I can learn what you bear within your heart. With love it can be seen. Oh, you worry, you fear, and you think. And you also show concern for me. These things all prove that you're human. This woman, she really is going to change me. If I remain with her, I can become a man. It might be no more than an illusion, but with her near, it can become my reality. Have you calmed yourself down some more? The hall needs to be cleaned. So it does. I'll take care of it. You don't need to worry. You should get changed, though. Very well. I believe I care so much for you. Because you resemble me. We are not alike in the slightest. As I've said, you are a beautiful woman. You may compliment my appearance, but no one else ever did. I've been labeled a witch because of the color of my eyes and hair. My eyes, they're red. A beautiful shade of red indeed. A magnificent color like blood. You're the first person to say that about them. Even my mother said my eyes frightened her. Because people called me a witch, I was really afforded the opportunity to interact with others, so I grew up mostly alone. As the people outside the mansion called you a beast, so too do the people outside call me a witch. See, we are alike. Do I look like a witch to you? No, you're a beautiful, compassionate human woman. And you are a human man, even if you don't believe it yourself. Yet again, Basia found himself feeling grateful for the white-haired girl's blindness. For while he had just managed to put on a smile, tears were also rolling down his cheeks. Joy, bitterness, sorrow, a maelstrom of emotions flowed unbounded from within. But he cried in silence. Basia shed his tears discreetly so as not to allow the white-haired girl to notice. I'd love to hear about what chat's opinion on Basia is so far. Because, like, he's done a lot of messed up stuff. A lot of it. He looked down upon the floor. A single corpse lay there, and no matter how hard he tried, he could not see it as anything other than a beast. A beast that looked just like him. More laughter on the translations. He came from a faraway land across many seas. There was never any guarantee. That we would see each other again. But I still believed that no matter how great the ocean that divided us, we were bound by our love. The only thing that needed stand between us was physical distance. I wonder if he's here yet. Hello, my little. I have no idea how to say that. What has you so out of breath? Eek. Oh, don't scare me like that. Where do you pick up a word like? I have no idea how to say that. I never took you for someone so pretentious. I'm sorry. You just look so much like a rabbit there. The way you were tossing your head back and forth, looking around for me. Remember, these two are a foreign merchant and his lover in another country. So it would actually be surprising if he spoke Spanish. Oh, you is something you call a child. I'm not a little girl anymore. I'm sorry, really. Don't be so mad, Pauline. I'm not mad at all. It's been a year and a half. We're finally get to see each other again. That we do. Did you have any troubles out at sea? Did you fall ill or get caught in a storm or run into any kind of danger at all? No, there was no trouble. Everything went fine without incident. The sea god was watching over us, I suppose. Thank goodness. I was so worried. That's also interesting, sea god. So, probably not a good Christian young man or boy here. But you kept your promise. You came back for me. And you kept yours and waited for me. Of course I did. I trust you, and I don't mind waiting. Even so, 18 months would have been a long time for you. It felt long to me as well. Every day I would picture your face, recall the sound of your voice. It is Dutch. You got it in 180. And the Dutch part also kind of explains the dress somewhat, because you know who was able to trade in Japan when they'd closed off all the borders? The Dutch. They needed all those sweet clocks and medical manuscripts. But over time, I began to lose surety. It absolutely terrified me. Is that what you actually look like? Is this truly the sound of your voice? You mean you almost forgot? Not at all, Pauline. I was afraid that in my profound love for you, my mind had created its own image. That perhaps my adoration had grown so strong it had turned you into transcendent beauty like Cleopatra herself. You're not doing yourself any favors, man. You must have made some unseemly friends. You were never this much of a sweet talker. I bet you're disappointed, though. Look at me, a homely woman you could find anywhere. Lies. For some reason, I find myself in a teasing mood. Please have mercy, or I'm liable to lose your affection. What I'm trying to say is that being here with the real you, putting my hands in yours, listening to you speak, and seeing you be, well, you, Pauline, is so much more wondrous than anything I imagined. And right now, I'm feeling that stronger than ever. You seem to have found yourself a way with words. Imagine you had plenty of time to practice on other women. Goodness, you fiend. Fiend, that's not terribly convincing with your cheeks the color of wine. They're not, God. Hey now, don't throw a fit. You're the only one who can put me in such high spirits with these simple words. Did you say something? Who me? No, not a thing. Hey, since you're finally back, how about we take a walk around town? You're taking care of all your work for the time being, right? So you can spare some time for me. Absolutely, Pauline. As much as time allows, I'll spend it with you. As much as time allows. There's still no trace of him. It's been a week and I've found nothing. Considering my time limit, that needs to change fast. But... excuse me, have you seen this man? This is a drawing of what he looks like. Sorry, never seen him. Even the smallest piece of information helps. If you heard about anyone who might have seen him. I said I haven't seen him, so I don't know what to tell you. I'm a busy woman, would you mind moving aside? Sorry. I was told that my lover lost his life out on work. But I don't believe it. They haven't shown me a body, so their information has to be in error. I have to be the one to find him, to prove he's still alive. I have to follow his tracks. I've heard words that the remnants of a ship drifted ashore near this village. So if he survived, he must be somewhere nearby. I'm certain of it, but I haven't been able to find any information of the sort. The villagers aren't being very cooperative. They're all just as reserved as the day I arrived. Rather, I get the feeling that they want to stay as far away from trouble as they can. No matter what I ask, I can't get a straight answer from anyone. Everyone's still closed off because of the war, I guess. I don't have time for people to be glum, though. That's an interesting parallel where they're closed off because of the war, and like Bestia, right? Like the white-haired girl believes the reason why he does murder is as some sort of like compensation, security, and like due to his treatment by humans and something like that, right? And the enjoying and the gratification of it is like some sort of coping mechanism there as well. It's that boy. He's at the shore again. Always alone. God have mercy. You again? What are you doing here? Why is he so callous? I came to get sentimental and watch the sunset. So original. Yeah, like as much as like these are deeply character-focused stories, especially so far, there's always been an undercurrent about the era and the time, and how that relates to it. What does it matter if I visit the seashore? The ocean doesn't belong to anyone. If I'm such a bother, then you're free to leave like last time. You sure are cheeky for an outsider. I know the rest of the village isn't being all that cooperative. Nope. That's what this place is like now. Closed off. It's not kind to outsiders. You really going to be able to keep up the search with the entire town stonewalling you? Yes, I will. I won't give up for any reason. I have to find him to bring him home with me. Lady, you're... My name isn't Lady, it's Pauline. Pauline. Lady is Pauline. Pauline, is this person you're looking for still alive? He is. He has to be. Is that so? Well, have fun with that. I doubt you're gonna get any help, though. Oh, he really left. Don't lose heart, Pauline. If you lose faith this easily, you'll never find him. He is alive, isn't he? He is alive. I have faith. I believe. Oh, I thought you left. Take it. You're ruining the scenery pacing around the beach. Is this an orange? They grow pretty large here, huh? Yeah, the oranges around these parts are pretty good. People used to come out here just to buy them, in fact. And you went to get one just for me? I just want to get rid of you. Once you finish that, get lost, alright? Thanks, I appreciate it. You're not so bad after all. Like I said, this isn't me being nice or anything. Oh, there you go again. Yeah, I've got you all figured out, little man. You're a Sundora. You're a Sundera, some kind. You're actually a very sweet boy. And you're really trying to cheer me up, weren't you? Javi. What? My name? It's not little man, it's Javi. Alright then, Javier it is. Not Javier, just Javi. Say Javi, I really think we should be friends. What? Come on, let's be friends. Don't say you don't need any. You can make me friend number 1. We'll have lots of fun. You just want me to use your search because you can't get the villagers to talk on your own. No, I mean it, really. You're wasting your time. I'm just as much trouble for them as you. Using me isn't going to get you anywhere. Trouble? What do you mean by that, Javi? Nothing you need to know, lady. Bye, and stay away from the shore. Hold on a second. What? Pauline. What? My name isn't Lady, it's Pauline. Yeah. It's considered history between the Dutch and the Spanish. This is awkward. Yes, it is. I have no intention whatsoever of using you. I enjoy talking to you, and I think it'd be fun if I could do it more. That's why I want to be friends. I can find you here at the beach, right? I'll be back, Javi. You won't change my mind. I will make you my friend. What the hell, lady? Did you hear a word I said? I don't need any damn friends. And stay away from the beach. Nope, and you will be one of my friends. Ain't happening. Wait, Javi. See you again. I'm not kidding, I will come back. I had actually at first been thinking that'd be easier to get information if I could make friends with someone in the village. But that orange Javi gave me when I was sad and lonely and hurting was so amazingly fresh and delicious. More than any orange I've ever had before. It was almost as though Javi's kindness was seeping directly into my mouth. I'm sure we will be able to get along. I want to be his friend. Time is the only thing moving forward in my search. Some days I would ask my mom's friend Orlando to accompany me on trips outside the village. But no matter where I go, I just hear the same thing. The view of the ocean always keeps me from getting too dejected. It's an unimaginably huge chasm that keeps us apart. But at the same time, there's something beautiful about the way the sea encompasses the entire world. The emerald expanse. It simultaneously robs me of him and soothes my heart with its stunning brilliance. Perhaps I feel such awe and admiration for it, because I was born along the seaside. He's not here today? Javi, are you there? That's odd. I can almost find him here. Hey Javi, where'd you go? Ah! Ha 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 ha! I can't believe you fell for that. Look, this child. That face. A pitfall? That's not very nice, Javi. Why did you do that to me? Because you won't stop following me around. And you have an idea how that annoying is? That doesn't mean you have to do something so cruel. Maybe now you'll learn your lesson and stay away from the beach. Ah, jerk. Hey. Wait, you're seriously crying? Hey, don't cry. Just kidding. I'm not crying. What? Come on, you're faking you tricked me? You played the first mean prank, Javi. You really scared me there. I kept telling you to stay away. It's your fault for constantly refusing to listen. I'm surprised you haven't gotten bored yet. You must have a lot of time on your hands. I most certainly do not have a lot of time on my hands. My deadline for how long I can be here is quickly approaching. But I'll just get depressed if I spend all the time searching. If I can have some fun with you, Javi, I'll have more energy. Fun, eh? So you still haven't found him? No. You don't even know if the guy's alive or dead, just... forget it. I'm out of here. Oh, hold on a sec. Ow. Huh? Ow. Come on, you're not gonna fool me again. No, I'm not joking around. I really... Ugh. It looks like I twisted my ankle. But I'll be just fine. Don't worry about it. Wait there. Huh? Come on, let me see your foot. Alright. Ankle swollen. At least learn to land properly. What, you're gonna blame me when you're the one who dug the hole? No one's ever gotten hurt in a trap that basic. At least none of my friends ever did. Wait, I thought you didn't have friends, Javi. Oh, shut your goddamn mouth. I'm going to bandage your ankle. Oh, I see, you went to get a bandage from me. Thank you. It was my fault anyway. Swap it out for a real bandage when you can. I'm sure your acquaintance has some. Really, it looks just fine to me. This filthy thing isn't suitable for someone like you, lady. Pauline, quit that. What do you mean not suitable? Do you have to explain everything? You're from a pretty well-off country, aren't you, Pauline? Well, compared to that, this is a poor village. You don't even have clean bandages to spare. Just gross scraps of cloth like this. It's not something you should be wearing. You think so, but you give it to me, Javi. I won't be changed anytime soon. Tell me, Javi, do you not like this village? The only thing this place has going for it is the ocean. The ocean? It's the one thing that doesn't change no matter what. It's always been beautiful. I see, you like the ocean too, Javi. I just don't have anything else to like. Oh, there you go again. Oh, I've got an idea. Javi. What now? A rowboat. I want to take a ride in a rowboat. Would anyone get mad if we borrowed the one tied up over there for a little bit? I doubt anyone would care if it's just for a little. Can you row though, lady? You'll do the rowing, Javi. Why me? What's the big deal? The water's supposed to calm today. I think a little walk in the sea would be lovely. Can you call that a walk? Sure you can. Come on, let's go. Give me a hand, Javi. God, you're one cheeky outsider. Javi is so done with this already. The breeze feels different on the water than it does on the beach, wouldn't you say? You think so? All the same to me. No, it's definitely different. The smell of salt is stronger, and there's more moisture in the air. It's kind of like someone gently caressing your cheek. I'm not getting any of that. You're way too perspective, lady. I might close your eyes, Javi, and feel the breeze. I bet you'll get what I'm saying. Go on, close your eyes. No, I'm not going to. Why not? I just don't want to do what you tell me. Oh, no need to be petty. The sea is not always so kind. The hand that's gently caressing your cheek can, in a blink of an eye, become the wrinkled hand of a witch that destroys everything it touches. The ocean's a scary thing. It's nothing we humans have any chance of standing up against. You're right. And I know it very, very well. The man I'm searching for was in a shipwreck. I was told he killed him, but I refused to believe that he would just leave me behind like that. Sometimes on a whim, the wrinkly witch might have mercy. I'm not so sure about that. I trust in the sea's gentleness. I don't think it's all that scary. The soft breeze, these calm waves, they saved him. I'm sure of it. He loved the ocean too, you know. He was always looking far into the distance out across the water. His head held high, a stained, unwavering look in his eyes. I'm assuming he's your lover? Yes. He's very dear to me and I love him deeply. Oh, I see. He was really fond of the sea by my hometown. You live in a decent town, huh? Yep, it's wonderful. It's so peaceful and everyone's so nice. There's not a single bad person living there. Oh, I know, Javi. You should come visit my hometown sometime. Visit your home? Yeah, the ocean's there's really pretty too. And the clouds are a little deeper than they are here. It's like so many jewels sparkling in the light. I'm sure you'll love it, Javi. I'd love for you to come and visit. We can go see all sorts of things. There's this shop that sells great ham sandwiches. I don't have the money for a trip. Maybe not now, but you could in the future. Or, if you're interested in at all, I could ask Orlando to bring you back with us, Avi. If you don't want to stay here, that is. Along with the guy you're looking for? Yup. I'm sure he'd be happy to have you along. Give it some thought. You would enjoy it, I'm sure. You sound like a child. Huh? Nothing. I doubt I could even get permission to leave. Permission? Alright. Are your parents pretty strict? No. They're dead. Both my mom and dad. What? They were murdered. So I'm staying with an acquaintance. They try to work me like a horse though, so I sneak out here when I get the chance. Was it in the war? The war? What are you talking about, lady? Huh? Wasn't this country involved in a war not too long ago? There was a war, yes, but no soldiers ever reached this village. Then why would they be killed? It was the beast. The beast? Yes, the beast. He showed up one day and destroyed everything. The peace, my family, my friends, merchants and travelers visiting the village, everyone and everything. He slaughtered everything and then he disappeared. That man, that bestia, destroyed everything. He's a murderous beast. The whole village is terrified of him. They go through their days like lifeless dolls enveloped in this storm cloud of terror. Bestia, a murderous beast. So the air hanging in the village isn't because of the war? It's because the beast has been killing people? A beast, why would... But... Hey, Javi, you said there were merchants and travelers visiting this village. Can you describe them for me? There were all sorts, like one who stopped by on the road to somewhere else. And an international trader on his way to purchase goods. No laughter. Water. I just need some water, just some water. Will they attack me again? No, if I ask. Did they look like they were open to request? No, they tried to kill me. They almost killed me. They threw stones at me. They did more than that. Hoes and knives and sticks, I don't know. Things I didn't recognize, they hit me with them. They tried to kill me. They looked like they were going to kill me. I almost died. I'm on the verge of death even now. My throat is sore. It hurts. No, I don't feel pain anymore. It burns. Does it burn? I don't know. I don't know anything. I'm so thirsty. Water. I just need water. Will they not even give me any water? Why? Why not? Because I'm a beastie. Because I'm a beast. Because I don't need to live. Because I don't deserve to live. A beast meant to die and I meant to die. I'm thirsty. My stomach is probably empty too. I don't know anymore. I'm hungry, so very hungry. I can't take it. Water. I just need water. Just some water. What must I do to get some water from that village? A well. I can find a well. There has to be a well. I know that. I know what a well is. What else do I know? Nothing. I have no memories. I have nothing. I'm a beast. A newborn beast. What is this? It's buried. It's red. It feels rough. There's something I know. I know this. This is mine. It must be. It's mine. I know this. It's mine. I know how to use it, how to touch it, how to hold it, how to swing it. I know what this is, what to do with it, what it's for. I know that with this I can fight on equal footing with them. A beast. I'm a beast. Beasts are meant to be ridiculously behaved, to be presented to die. But I want to live, which means I have only one option, only one way, only one. With this I must overthrow those who tormented me. I can do that. Water and food. I can get that. I can get anything. Javi's mother. Who could that be at this time of night? Who's there? You shouldn't answer that. It's probably a beggar or something. These are dangerous times. You're right. How unpleasant a world we live in. that we should be fear lies in this little village. Unpleasant indeed. I hope things go back to how they used to be soon enough. God, you just don't give up. Who's there? You're not coming in without identifying yourself. This is rather strange. What's going on, Dad? Oh, did the noise wake you? There's nothing to worry about, son. Go back to bed. It'll be quiet down soon. The door? Huh? Ah! What? What's that? Mom? Ah! Avi! Look away. Why is the bestia? Run, you hear me? Go out the back door and let everyone know. Shout as loud as you. Ah! What is this? What's going on? Why? There's blood. Why? I can't. What the? How did this? Why? Mom, Dad. Bestia, the bestia. Why would you? Ah. What's the matter? You sound like you're in pain. Would you like me to fetch you some water? Water. Don't touch me. Keep your hands off me. Not a particularly restful sleep, I take it. Where are you hiding? Why did you disappear? You were always around before. Show yourself immediately. Where are you? Show yourself! And if I did, what would you do then? Kill me? You thirst for blood, to instill fear, to live. In the face of your desire, other lives are meaningless. That's the kind of man you are. Or do you intend to pretend that you never did anything of the sort? Shut up. I couldn't help it. I wanted to live. I didn't want to die. Yes, indeed. That's the kind of man you are. You'll kill for your own sake. You'll kill a child's mother and father as he stands there watching. They tried to kill me first. All of them, the entire village. Calm yourself. Who are you speaking to? Please get a hold of yourself. Silence. Stop talking. Keep your hands off me. I'll kill you too. I'm a beast who will kill anyone. Calm down. It's alright. Everything's alright. It's alright. I am a beast. Beasts kill, and so I kill. Breathe slower. I will not harm you, and you will not harm me. It's alright. Put your arms around me. See for yourself that I'm not afraid of you. This is brilliant. What are you clinging on to this woman for? Is that the only way you can maintain your grip on yourself? It'd be so much easier if you simply accepted the fate you're a beast. You've always been one, haven't you? Can a beast cultivate love like a human? Weep in sorrow like a human? No, they cannot. It's utterly ridiculous. Shut up. It's alright. I'm right here. Can I trust you? Of course. This little facade will be over soon enough. It will end at that woman's hands. Because that's what she's here for. To crush your soul into tiny pieces. Oh, that's interesting. We met 3 years ago. I thought for sure I would get burnt, sitting beneath the hell-shaponic sun on that sweltering summer day. It's only ever on days such as those that we end up having lunch outside. Not just out of the house, literally outside. The heat was searing. I could hear the cry of seagulls from the restaurant's terrace. I remember that day clear as crystal. Yes, I have to say, the food here is spectacular. I love that they give you so much meat. Though I thought my gut exploded the first time I saw it. Wouldn't you say, son? Indeed, yes it is. But look on your face, I say you're already feeling it. You're not going to make it in this line of work without a big old stomach, son. I'm a huge fan of this country's food. One taste you know never forget it. I like to bring the entire cuisine back when I could. This is the first time we've seen you in how long, and you're talking about food. First thing you asked when you arrived was, is the restaurant by the seaside still open? For goodness sake. Is your heart made out of stone? Well, would you prefer we discuss the mundane? Why don't we talk about the market developments in house and our spice inventory? That's not what I meant. Mm, it's hot. My parents' relationship is on thin ice, but I feel like the air is on fire. It's much too hot. My dad loves this seaside restaurant. It actually specializes in fish, but he always asks for meat. Though always isn't very often. He's out of the country most of the time, so we rarely eat together as a family. For that reason, I can usually put up with a little heat for family gatherings. Oh. Today, however, was awkward. Go on, son, dig in. You can't find food this good back home. As you say. Every course, the table is lined with meat. Even I'm starting to feel heavy in the gut. At this rate, I might turn into meat myself. Oh, what kind of meat would I turn into, though? I guess beef, maybe, if the meal keeps on like this? Just how much food are you planning to order? I can't believe you. Why did I ever marry you? Come now, we're out as a family. It's time to be a little more pleasant. Who do you think is making me unpleasant? Now. From time to time, our eyes meet. But every time they do, we both avert our gaze. This goes on throughout the meal. My father invited him to lunch. Dad introduced him as his right hand, so I assume he's also a traitor. His eyes are somewhat narrow, his posture perfectly upright. He looks very no-nonsense and not especially affable. Frankly, he kind of scares me. Hey, Dad, are we going anywhere after lunch? I figured since we're all together, maybe we can take a walk or visit someplace out of town. Yes. Actually, I've got a letter to write after this. A letter to one of the bigwigs back home. So I'm planning to head straight back to the trading post. Oh, okay. Can't say I'm especially surprised. What do you want me to do? It's work, so it has to be done. If I get an audience with him in person, maybe this won't be necessary, but that's not possible. So I have no choice but to write a long letter. And this is interesting, historically, because you can probably guess why that's happened. Oh yes, Pauline. If you're going on a walk, bring him along. I'm sure he's tired of putting up with me day in and day out. What? Oh no, Hold on now, could you please leave Pauline out of this? She has things she needs to do too. What's the big deal? You want to know about an area? Ask someone who lives there. That's the best way to learn. Besides, to stick out a sore thumb wandering around your own son. But I couldn't. You don't mind, do you, Pauline? Not at all. God, you're the most inconsiderate man. Mom says, then leans in and whispers to me. Listen to me, do not let your guard down around a foreign man. My father is, a matter of fact, a foreigner. And the man he brought to lunch is from the same country. This is a park. Indeed it is. It's a park. My assignment show this man around town, to be honest, is going quite horribly. This is a park. No, just no. Could you come up with anything better, Pauline? But I don't know anything about the history of this park. In fact, I don't know how much anything on this town's history. I just sort of walk around every day, not really paying it much mind. Wouldn't someone more knowledgeable make a better guide? I can't do it. Don't ask this of me. Also, he doesn't talk very much, and he's got this perpetually stern look on his face. He really does scare me. Don't worry, Mom. Your daughter won't mistakenly fall for a foreigner. At any rate, yeah, that ended up super true. At any rate, regardless of how I feel, I'm still technically his guide. I gotta try a little harder. Though I know it won't be easy. And then, there's a fountain. There is indeed a fountain. There's a fountain again. No, seriously, Pauline, he has eyes. I'm sorry, I'm not much of a guide. Maybe my dad could show you around instead. No, don't worry. I think you're doing just fine. In fact, I'm sorry you got roped into this. I doubt you much enjoy having to walk around town besides someone like me. Well, no, that's not it at all. Oh, is that so? Glad to hear it. Here's an idea. Rather than guide me, how about this? Why don't you just show me what you usually do, the places you normally go? Do you really want to see that? I prefer seeing the town through the eyes of a resident, to see for what it is instead of what makes good sightseeing. Alright then. See, I often get ham sandwich from the shop near here. Having lunch on a wall by the fountain is the most wondrous thing. Look over here, you see the butcher shop and the bakery next to it? I buy bread from the bakery, bring it to the butcher, and get a few slices of ham, put it on the bread. It's absolutely to die for. But you just had a huge lunch. I'm not getting one right now. And please don't think I'm carnivorous as my dad. Sorry, I didn't mean to imply any such thing. Jeez. Wait, hold on. Did he smile? Did he just smile? He did, it was a small one, but he did. He can actually smile. Being human, that should be obvious, but it's kind of strange seeing him do it. Maybe we'll be able to get along, even just a little bit. Do you mind if I ask you a question? Sure, go right ahead. Could you please tell me about your home country? I've asked Dad, but he won't tell me very much. Come on, how about... I'm really curious. He probably doesn't know very much himself. What about his own homeland? Some don't. What do you... How about that fountain? I'd like to get closer, look at it. But that spot you say you like to sit. Oh, okay. What was that just now? Did he dodge my question? Is there something there he doesn't want to get into? From this angle, it looks like the fountain's sitting atop of the ocean. Ah, yeah, it does. If you want, we can go to the beach. It's a straight walk from here. No, I like this view. The sea's a pretty color here. You can clearly see the white of the fountain on it. The sea's a different color than the fountain? It is, in fact. The sea is often changing color itself, but out on the water it can be easy to overlook. It can be the color of emerald, sort of deep blue like sapphire, almost as black like obsidian. The sea has a face and with it many expressions. Huh, I'd like to see that. Maybe we'll ask Dad and get him to take me out on the ship. You have quite the adventurous spirit. Not many women say they want to ride a ship. You think I want to go everywhere I haven't been before? I want to see for myself the world that extends beyond this town. Ah, that's a fine ambition. Hopefully the time will come when anyone can have access to a ship with relative ease. He actually smiles quite a bit, I guess. And we seem to be talking pretty comfortably too. He's a lot more friendly than he looks. He appears almost noble, the way he looks out to sea, his gaze steadfast and unwavering. Oh dear, that was close. He almost deceived me. He's a foreign man and I'm simply his guide. You mustn't think you've grown close to him just because you're able to hold a brief conversation. By the way... pardon me? Yes? That outfit you're wearing. What this? Oh yes, it's absolutely splendid. My dad brought it back for me. It's of a peculiar design with unusual accessories. The moment I saw it, I said, oh my. Oh my, it's so pretty I want to show it off to everyone. Ah, I see. Oh, it's just so magnificent. He actually has a decent eye for clothing. Guess he has more in the head of his than meat. Actually, I brought back that outfit. Huh? When I heard I was going to meet my boss's daughter, I thought it'd be best if I brought something a gift. So I had a tailor imitate the style of my homeland. I'm delighted it's to your liking. Well, hold on a second. Yes? So you're saying these clothes I'm fawning over were given to me by you and you had them made for me? Indeed. And completely oblivious, here I'm wearing them now. More precisely, you've been wearing them since lunch. Why didn't you say something before? This is humiliating. I want to bury my head in the sand. But I thought you liked them. Yeah, he's Japanese and so is her dad. Though they haven't seen much of their homeland, because... So there was a decent amount of Japanese people when they locked down the borders, and then they double locked down the borders afterwards. It became... They were not able to get back into Japan. So... Yep. I do indeed, but having never met you, I wasn't sure what colors like, but I was relieved to see you wearing them. They look nice on you. He says with a smile. He's always standing up perfectly straight, always saying stern and no nonsense, and he kind of scares me. But he's a gentleman. The joke to do what the Christians consider to cringe moves. That's sure is the way to describe that. Still good for the Dutch. They got trade, and through that we got that Moomin cartoon and anime and Japanese dub. You know, the flow of history. What? I'm going to go change. I'll be back in 5 seconds, so just wait there. Ah. 5 seconds isn't feasible. Oh God, help me, Mom. I really, really need your help. Because my heart just skipped a beat for a foreign man. Oh yeah, the famous Dutch anime subtrade is beautiful. Oh, is that so? Very well then. Oh no, thank you for the information. They're actually super cute. He's like really awkward, and you think he's gonna be stern or whatever, but then he's like says something super duper sweet, and it's like, oh. And Pauline's just a ray of sunshine. She's great. Don't worry about me. I'll keep safe. Goodbye. Shortly before I arrived at the village, a beast appeared. It killed a number of villagers and then disappeared. Ever since then, the village hasn't been itself. There's a cloud of gloom hovering over it, fear visible in everyone's eye. At first, I thought their fear was of the beast returning, but that's not quite right. The troubles with the beast are in fact still ongoing. Ah, Javi. Hey, I hear you were asking around about the beast? Yeah. Talking about the beast is taboo. People are gonna push you away even harder now. Though I guess you are leaving in a few days. People are going missing. Your beast problem's still going on, isn't it? Huh. After asking around, I begin to piece things together. When the beast first appeared, you chased it away. However, later, the beast came back, killing the villagers. After that, the beast disappeared, but villagers began disappearing too. Once a week, someone would just be gone. And even weeks passed, none of them ever returned. The people of the village think the beast is responsible. They think it's kidnapping villagers. That's right, this village is under the beast's curse, so you're better off forgetting about this place and the savage beast that dwells nearby. You don't belong in a place like this. Go back to your hometown where it's peaceful. That's the kind of life you deserve. Javi. What? I want you to be honest with me about something. Where does... I won't tell you. Why not? They told me that you would know where the beast is, Javi. I heard from the other villagers that you once chased the beast. Sure you didn't mishear them? No, I'm positive. You know where the beast ran off to, where its hideaway is. You chased after it, found its den, and then you came back. That's what I heard. Didn't you? Why did you keep that from me? When you told me about the beast, I asked you to tell me everything you knew, Javi. But you brushed me off, said you didn't know anything. Said that I should talk to someone else. When in reality, you know more about it than anyone else. Tell me why. Why did you hide that from me? What were you thinking? As you watched me frantically asking the villagers around for more information. Were you enjoying yourself? Tell me, why are you always so mean to me? Shut the hell up. Like I could tell you. I could actually tell you that. What did the villagers tell you about me? Did it go something that kid couldn't even take revenge for his parents? That he's a damn coward? I'm sure you heard that one plenty from everyone, and now you think that I'm a coward too? I don't... Yeah, it's true, I went after the beast. I chased it out at night, killed my parents. Hiding around back, I saw it slip into the forest. So I went after it, chasing it until it reached its den. I despised the bestia with everything I had. It murdered my mom and dad. It murdered my friends, the kindly priest, every decent person in this goddamn town. I needed to get revenge for what I had done. So I tried to confront the bestia. But I couldn't do it. Not only could I not stand up to it, as soon as it turned around and I saw its eyes. Its bloodshot eyes and black irises. I couldn't move. Javi. Yeah, that's right, I was a coward. I watched as it killed my parents, and even followed it home. But I couldn't do anything. Anything except run, flee, screaming in terror. That was all I could do. Javi, that doesn't make you a coward if the beast really was that terrifying. But I was supposed to stand up to it. That's what the rest of the village would have wanted. For someone to eradicate the bestia. When I came back having accomplished nothing, everyone was so harsh. You coward. What did you even go out there for constant ridicule? What? Why is everyone in this village such a dumbass? Yes, child, go kill. Like, what even? What right do they have to? If they really want him gone, they could all go together. No one's got that kind of courage left. They're all waiting for someone else to speak up. Someone to stand up and say, let's go kill the beast. But no one has the guts to take that initiative. It could have been me, but the moment I fled back to the village in fear, I lost that qualification. You think that was just me being mean? Huh? That I didn't tell you where the beast dwells. Do you think that was just me harassing you? I've seen the beast and I know how scary it is, and I know how dangerous it is. And you think I'd tell you where it is? I know good and well what you're thinking. The guy you're looking for might have been taken by him, and you want to go to the den to see if he's there. Knowing that, do you really think I'd tell you? If you go, it'll kill you. You don't have any evidence anyway. Nothing that points to the guy being taken by that beast. But you don't need to put your life on the line for something like that, something so uncertain. Even if by some chance he was taken by the beast, there's no way he'd be alive. That's what the beast does. No one comes back alive. But you came back alive, Javi. Which means there's no saying for sure either way. That's just because I ran away immediately, but even if he did manage to escape, that's all the more reason not to check the beast's den. I want to know for sure whether he's alive or dead. Somewhere, in a little corner of my heart, part of me thinks he might just actually be dead. I have to have faith. I'm so close to cracking, to thinking he won't ever come back to me. Then why don't you just give up on him already? Without knowing for sure, I can't let go. I'll debate with myself forever until I die an old lady, but whether he's still alive. That's how my life will end. You want closure. You want to know for sure whether he's alive or dead, right? And if he's dead, you'll be satisfied just knowing it. Right. Which is why I want to at least follow any possible leads. There might not be anything saying he's there, but it's true that the rains of Chippy is washed on in this village. If you wander that area, he might have ended up at the beast den where he was killed. Then I'll let go. So please, Javi, tell me where the beast dwells. Make this the last time, huh? Even if you find no trace of the beast den, even if you don't figure out whether he's alive or dead, you will give up on your search for him. You'll assume he's dead. If you don't reach some conclusion, you'll just keep searching, keep going to dangerous places, keep putting yourself at risk. I want you to stop that. Stop, go back to your own town and live a normal life. Settle on an answer. If you can promise me that, I'll tell you where the beast den is. Okay, I promise. This will be the last place I look. 2 more things. First, I'm going with you. What? But I thought... Isn't it dangerous? Exactly, I can't let you go alone. Javi, I have to go with you and make sure you don't do anything stupid. Alright, fine. And the other one is? You will not enter the den. You don't understand how dangerous the beast is. If he knows no mercy, it knows no mercy. It indiscriminately attacks any human it sees. So you can't let the beast find you. You just examine the den from the outside, and when you're done, back to the village. Understood, you need to promise him this. Okay. Alright, one more thing. I thought of just 2 things. This is less of a promise and more of something that would be nice. I decided when we make it back to the village, I actually would like if you would take me to your hometown. Javi, I'll figure out some way to get permission, and I'll do my best to not be a burden on you. I'm still just a kid and there's not a whole lot I can do even in a better place. But I'm surprisingly skilled with my hands. If you have work for me, I'll do anything. So, there's that. Yes, of course I will. We'll go back to my hometown together and I'll show you all around. You can get some great ham sandwiches there. We'll eat them together in the park. You told me that already. Are you ever not hungry, lady? Oh, you just laughed. You just laughed, Javi. What? Whoa, back off. I did not laugh. Nope, you definitely laughed. You're kinda cute when you laugh, Javi. Come on, do it again. Go on, like this. Ah, shut up. Stay back. Stop it. Don't touch my cheeks. Pa, I want to see it again. I am not your plaything. Anyway, we set out tomorrow. We will return before it gets dark, and you will keep your promise, and you will not do anything dangerous. Got it? Promise. Thank you, Javi. I don't need your thanks. Thank you. That thank you is not for agreeing to tell me what the beast den is, but because I can see that Javi's trying to save me. His care calms the turbulent waves that have been crashing inside me. I was always anxious. I always believed. I always thought I'd see him again. But I also recognized that I was practically living a fantasy. I was just too stubborn to admit it. I certainly won't be able to change how I feel immediately. Probably continue to loving him. Nevertheless, Javi's word resonate comfortingly with me. I can see, if but vaguely, a new path, a new way of life appearing before me. That's what he did for me. I will make this the last time. My final attempt to find him. What do you mean by that, Evie? Like, there is definitely a weird vibe, but I'd love to hear your thoughts on what that is between Pauline and Javi's friendship. Also, they're going to the into the mansion, so hopefully things end up going decently well, and then I'll find happiness on a different path. Master, Master. Ah, you've awakened. You give me quite the startle. Do you not remember? You suddenly started staring off in the distance and you would not respond to anything I said. I thought you were playing a prank on me. Your hand? Oh yes, I did not let go of it. For if I had, we'd be in quite the predicament. Someone approaching the mansion, you said. You saw them. Those images were not shown to you by me. If you saw something, then it was by your own powers. Oh, yo, Red Muffler Man. Yeah, this Fatamoru is actually one of my favorite games, and it's gonna get better with time. There's points later that made me cry. It's really up there. Like, if I was to talk about my favorite VNs, like, it's up there with like Mineko and other ones that are personally like We Know the Devil or Heaven. But like in terms of pure quality, in terms of writing and stuff, I compared it to a lot of like action novels and books I like a lot, and also the music's fantastic. It's really good in a lot of ways, and it hits some topics later that are important to me as well. Yeah, this is right up there with that. I basically flip between this and Umineko as my top one or two visual novel. Uh, and yeah, though I'm really excited for more Siconia, so there's that. But if you think about it, that is nothing unusual. I should maybe try to give you a rundown of what's happening. I can probably let's see how quickly I can do a spark notes of this. Okay, so we unless you Siconia's rad, and I'm waiting on phase 2. Yeah, so far there's currently like an overarching like framing for all the stories that are happening, where it's we saw someone get crucified and being so horrible that their soul just fell apart, and they've returned to a mansion, and there's a maid there. They can't remember who they are, and the maid is showing them stories from different eras in the mansion to try to jog their memory. And for example, the maid's narrating it to our unnamed protagonist, who can have responses. But we just saw a story that was in Renaissance England, right? And now we're in Spain, and yeah, there's a content warning, a lot of gruesome gore and stuff happening here. Because basically they're... Okay, I feel like there'd be too many details for me to start mentioning. I think maybe just go on. Anyway, I would definitely recommend anyone to check this out. Pauline's like, this destitute orphan boy from a country's cute. I can't wait to show him around town. And yeah, Evie, that's the exact thing. Because you noted before as well, like a constant undercurrent in like a lot of the framings. Remember like how they showed Mel being kind as well in the first chapter by giving money, but he never. It was always the easier thing for him to, and never acknowledged the way his rich asshole like family profited and exploited off of them, and the fact that his pittance poverty, why does it poverty? I'm now like blanking on words. Okay, I'm kind of losing the thread here. Yeah, the current story is a beast has taken residence and it was attacked by the people of the village here, and then started killing them, and it arrived at the mansion where the maid's still living and is alive even 100 years after the first story. Yeah, charity is not really kindness in here. Or rather, like, people are really not aware of like other people's situation, and there's an overarching thing here about in this particular story of the era and the events of people's lives and making them who they are, and how that contributes and how much that contributes, and etc. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of class stuff going underneath as well. Because like even when it deals with characters who are not terrible human beings but rich, it does do a bit to like paint it like, oh yeah, they're not they don't they're not acknowledging the actual problems there. Okay, back to it. But if you think about it, that's nothing unusual. You are, after all, the master of this house. You should, in all actuality, be able to do anything I can do by yourself, master. So it's very possible you could acknowledge that I do not. Now let us return to the man's tale. Yeah, right now the thing happening is we're getting information in between part of the story that the maid isn't showing us, dealing with, you know, Pauline and Javi. Pauline's a woman who's traveled from another country to find her lover, who's a traitor and who was killed by the beast. And he's been missing after a shipwreck. So, and yeah, and Javi's a kid at the village whose family was horribly killed. After the second beast paid the visit, Bestia began to destabilize again. The white-haired girl was soothed his heart, but the calm was only ephemeral. Okay, I need to start. He was like a cracked glass ball. If you dropped him, that would be the end. If you put too much force into handling him, he would shatter. He was very difficult to care for. It also started with like horrible Beauty and the Beast thing, yeah. But with like actual horrible murder, and Bestia is like the worst that has been, and I should have put a content warning in the last stream. He was very difficult to care for, and cracks do not heal. The damage still remains even if two sides appear to be held together firmly in place. Furthermore, they slowly, gradually, and without intervention spread. The beast appeared to be afraid of someone's voice. He would on occasion stare into empty space and shout, cover his ears and groan. One day he shattered all the windows in the mansion, crushed the silverware I had just polished to shine, and destroyed all the mirrors. I assume he did not want to see his beastly self. More. There's more. There's still more that reflects my image. Windows, mirrors, vases, dishes, they all show my reflection. Why? What are you doing? I have no need of anything that reflects me. You can understand that, can't you? Why? You're going to cut your hands like that. Tracing the walls with the fingers, and the white-haired girl approached Bestia. She stretched her spindly fingers out towards the beast's rugged hands. His hands were wet with blood from his frenzied attempt to destroy anything reflective in the house. Look at all these cuts. Stop, you're going to dirty your hands. Go, get back. No, I will not. It's no use no matter how many times you call me human, the mirrors tell another story. Not just the mirrors, everything reflective shouts beast at me angrily. Look at how precarious I am. It's hideous, pitiful. I thought it was all over when I protected you from the beast. But that image keeps coming back to me. The sight of another beast clinging on to me. I can hear its voice. It says I was only ever a beast. Voice, whose voice? So you don't know. You can't hear it. You are fighting something beyond the limits of my perception. You are fighting something beyond the limits of my perception. Fighting, no, if only were a fight. It speaks the undeniable truth. As I've said before, you are not a beast. You look like me, I'm certain of it. Your eyes. What? Your red eyes. They show you nothing, but they show me what I am. They show me the difference between us. Are you afraid of my eyes? If my eyes cause you fear, if you can see them in your reflection, then you're welcome to destroy them. Rip them from me with your own hands. I have no need for them after all. Why would you go so far from me? You. The voice says that you're only laughing at me. That deep down you ridicule me. Do you believe that? After all the time we spent together? I don't know. I'm starting to lose confidence. I believe you, I think I believe you. But I still find myself wavering. I'm losing sight of myself and of you, and of everything. In all my memories I'm a beast. The voice says I was always this way, which I suppose means I'm a beast. I can't be anything but. Do not trust the voice, trust me instead. I do not want to make another mistake. To do something like run away because I'm so weak-willed. I do not understand this woman. She's so pure-hearted, so beautiful, like hope personified. I want to understand, to believe her. I was sure I could do it, but I keep failing. Why am I losing my grip on everything? Are words not enough to convince you? What? Are words not enough to convince you that you are not a beast? Then see for yourself, feel for yourself, that there is but one difference between us. What are you doing? I assume our skin and our hair and eyes are different colors, but those do not count as a difference. The only thing that differs between us is our sex. Hold on. In his utter shock, Bestia was frozen in place, and he was right to be surprised. The sound of rustling fabric shook the air in the forlorn mansion. She had placed her hands on the sleeve of her garments and begun to disrobe. Before long, gaze upon me. She was standing there completely undressed. Her body was incomparably beautiful. Slender, not an ounce of excess fat on her. The sight of her was impressive, almost divine. Even I let out a gasp when I saw her. See for yourself. This was the first time Bestia had seen the white-haired girl unclothed. Though they slept in the same bed as I said before, they did not have a physical relationship. She grasped his unmoving hand and guided it towards her. She moved his hand across her flesh along the curve of her shoulder, down her arm, and pressed it against her chest firmly enough to feel her beating heart. Do you think this caused a stirring within? Is there any man from whom the touch of a woman's skin would not? Especially one so beautiful as he. However, he was not aroused. Why do you think that was? Was it because the beast cannot lust after a human? I believe you know the answer. Are you crying? Could you smile for me? What? I want to see you smile. Like this? I'm not sure I'm doing a good job. No, you're doing fine. Your smile is so pretty. It calms me, warms my heart. I think I know someone somewhere who has that same smile. Yeah, there's the fact that this is cursed and it was blown to witch, and like some of the stories that the white-haired girl in the first story, first door behind the first door told. There's definitely a lot going on. It's all interconnected in a way. And for example, why is this connected in this way, and why is the white-haired girl returning to the mansion? Thank you for seeing me off. Don't mention it. I learned so much about this town thanks to you. You made my stay here quite enjoyable. What's the matter? You're looking rather glum. I wonder, I wonder why the sea exists. I was born in a port town, so it's always been there for me. This huge, never-ending, expansive, magnificent ocean. Far too big for a single measly little human like me to cross. It's so pretty. It is. I feel like I understand why you like the sea. But right now I can't help wondering why God created such an enormous sea, why he didn't make the world smaller. I'm sorry, I'm talking nonsense. Not at all. I'll probably be back. Someone in the very, very beginning of the game, the person who was being crucified, did say that they would come back for someone. I'll probably be back eventually. That's just part of the job. And will you have lunch at the seaside restaurant again? Quite likely. I bet it'll be mostly me too. Was your stomach able to handle it? I'll train up for next time. Your ship is going to embark soon. Yeah. Will people get mad if you're not helping them prep? Most likely. Then you should hurry off. Yeah. Pauline. I just want to thank you again. I appreciate you taking so much time to show me around. Is that all? No. I don't know why, but I was considering leaving without telling you this. I'd like you to tell me. I'd feel better if you turned me down. What? My homeland is only getting more isolated. Unlike your country, mine's not eager to associate with the rest of the world. I probably don't even have their patronage anymore. What I'm saying is that I have absolutely no stability. I can't even say whether I'll be back. So, you're right, there's nothing but obstacles. I'm sure my mom would be opposed as well. But I've fallen for you. The way you look staring out at the sea, the shape of your lips when you smile at me, the kindness in your voice. The more time I spend with you, the deeper I fall in love with you. The whole world could separate us, and these feelings wouldn't change. Well, damn, you beat me to it. If I'd waited, I don't think you would have ever gotten to it. I'll say it myself too. I love you, Pauline. I fell for you the moment I first saw you. I promise we'll meet again. I promise I'll be waiting. Thank you. It's visible in both our eyes. This love strong enough to wash away all our tribulations. It's all right there, plain as day in each of our eyes, mine and his. Did you hear something? Huh? It sounded like someone's voice. I didn't hear anything. Must have been your imagination. Oh. You want to turn back, lady? Huh? You're looking nervous. I'm just fine. Let's get moving. But there's one thing. What? My name isn't Lady, it's Pauline. This again? Lady is so distant, I don't like being called that. So call me Pauline. Pauline. Oh, how's that? Can I call you Polly? Oh, come on, I'd really rather call you Polly. I'm an only child, so I've always wanted a younger brother or sister, but Polly makes it sound like I'm the younger one. I am not your brother, and I'm not a child. You called yourself a kid yesterday, though. That is not what I meant. Oh, fine, you can call me Polly. It's not my full name, but I'm glad you're calling me something other than Lady Gaga. Then that's what I'll do. Oh, you laughed. Oh, be quiet, please. You're no fun. There's a mansion up ahead standing atop the cliff. I can't say why exactly, but I feel like it's something that shouldn't be there. What do you mean? It feels out of place in this area, and something seems off about it. Like it's somehow ethereal, and could disappear at any moment. We've already established that you know, it's already like moved countries, like in those 100 years that passed between the first and the second door. Sorry, that was stupid of me to say. It's okay. We still can't see the mansion Javi's talking about from here, just dense overgrown forest. For some reason, I can sense that we're approaching it. It's a strange sensation. Anxiety is bubbling up deep from inside me. At the same time, I feel like I could burst into tears, not out of fear, but familiarity. Familiarity? I've never been to this country before. Everything I'm seeing is new to me. There's nothing at all for me to find familiar. Why then? I'm going to ask you one more time. Are you sure you want to do this? I am. You agreed not to go inside. Don't break that promise. It's okay, don't worry. I'm sorry for putting you through this, making you relive unpleasant memories. But thank you for accompanying me when you have nothing to gain from it. Don't worry, I'll just look around. I'm only searching for a sign he was there. When I'm done, we'll return to the village together. Alright. Okay. Now let's go. We push our way through the dark, dense woods, and then, like the world fading into view after a dream, a mansion appears before us. It rests quietly upon a cliff against a backdrop of emerald ocean. This is the beast's den? It should by all rights be a magnificent scene, with the blue sky and jade sea clash with the building. It appears alone, isolated precariously from the rest of the world. Yes, this is it. This is the mansion where the beast dwells. Careful not to make any noise, we draw near to the house. This inexplicable structure sitting in between us, in the forest and the cliff. The fluttering I feel in my heart does not seem to be caused only by fear of the beast. The weeds and plants growing unchecked around the house are all tall enough for Javi to hide in. I imagine that's how he approached the mansion the first time, lurking in the overgrowth. Say, have the people of this village thought about leaving this area? Moving somewhere else, away from the beast's den? Only those with enough savings can do that. Yeah, here we have more of Pauline. Pauline, assumes, like, the world is a much kinder, easier place to live in than it really is. And leave without money and just die in a ditch somewhere. Everyone's made their lives here in the village. We have farmland, cattle, ships. It's not easy to let all that go. Not everyone can just hop up on a boat to another country like you, Pauline. We're not wealthy. Sorry, I didn't mean to offend you. I know I was being too harsh. You're just ignorant. So naive you believe the whole world is this perfect magical place. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. If you're capable of seeing the world like that, there's no reason you should look at it any other way. For as mature as you can be, Javi, you're also rather cynical. Well, pardon me. When you said you would take me to your town, that kind of made my day. There's nothing left for me in this village. You'll find plenty of new things, I'm sure. You can even make some friends in my town. After all, you still got a long life ahead of you, Javi. So you should make it a fun one. You make it sound like I'm about to throw myself off a cliff. I didn't mean it like that. We should try to keep quiet from here out. Okay, got it. As we draw close to the mansion, I can see the ivy twisted across the stone walls. I press my back against the wall and take a few deep breaths. There's a window next to me. If there really is a beast, if there really is a terrible man-eating monster inside, I'm in danger if it catches me. Javi's eyes entreat me not to get any closer. But I have to see. I have to see if there's a mountain of corpses inside these walls. If there's even the slightest trace of him, I'm just going to have to look. Peek in from the outside without being noticed. That's all I'm going to do. And when it's done, I'll go home. Through the windows I see the dimly illuminated hallway. Like the garden, the inside is desolate. But there's still the sense that someone lives here. It's not completely abandoned. Polly? I see something moving inside the mansion. I hold my breath so whatever is in there does not sense my presence, does not sense my gaze. And then... What? A shadow whisks past. No. Polly? Hey, Polly! Open up, please open the door. Stop it, you idiot, what do you think you're doing? Please open the door. Polly, you promised me, have you lost your mind? The only thing in here is it is not a beast. It's not a beast. A beast isn't living in this mansion. You're wrong, it is. There's a beast in there, a bestia. Get away from the door, the beast. It's not a beast. Open the door, open the... I knew it. I was right. You're alive, you're alive. I never stopped believing. I knew you wouldn't die. Would you? Yukimasa? I had faith that you were still alive. I wanted to prove it, but I was right. I'm so glad I had faith. I'm so glad I didn't give up. I missed you so. All this time I've never stopped thinking about you. I've never stopped imagining a reunion. Yukimasa, I'm so glad that you're alive. Stop it, Polly. Get away from him. That's the beast. Yeah, that started getting obvious towards the end. So the beast washed up on shore, sore and like starving and like dying of thirst. And what happens after you get shipwrecked? You mentioned how the Dutch and the Spanish would not quite like each other. Remember, he noticed. Remember, he picked up something red on the seafloor that he knew instinctively was his. You kill me if I don't kill you. So I must show you that I will. I must show you that I'm serious. I must kill you. You just won't understand. You just won't understand. If I don't show you firsthand, you just won't understand. I'll make you understand. I'll make your flesh and bones understand. Kill you, kill you, kill you. He's looking significantly less hot here, unless you're really into that. That's it. Cry for me. Beg for your life. Pray for my mercy. Weep and struggle and suffer and die. Look at this. No one can stand up to me. Humans have no chance against beasts. Yeah, you're into that. Ah, of course you would be. Yukimasa, what's wrong? What? What's the matter? It's me, Pauline. I came to find you. I missed you so much. Yukimasa? Sorry, I still don't understand your language. Wait, where are you going? Stop it, Pauline. Don't go after him. Pauline! Why are you running from me? Don't you recognize me? It's Pauline, your love. What, why? Your katana. Why would you point that at me? You're scaring me. What's gotten into you? Hey, what's the matter? Yukimasa, do you know who I am? Yep. What happened? You used to be able to speak my language so fluently. Let's talk. What do you say? And the reason why she can't understand him speaking is because he's not speaking Dutch. He's speaking Japanese. Why? You cut me. So how Yes, it's me, Pauline. Open your eyes. No, stop, Yukimasa. Please stop this. I'm begging you. Why would you stop it, Yukimasa? His blade held high above my head glimmers. Why? He's the beast? Tell me, Yukimasa, did you kill all those villagers? Are you going to kill me? Why? Please stop. It's me, it's Pauline. Please open your eyes. Let's go back to my town. I never got the chance to ask if you wanted to move to my country. Then we wouldn't have to wait. What do you think, Yukimasa? Burn in hell. Why? So yeah, that's about as terrible as it could possibly go. Tell me why. That is indeed rough, buddy. Rough for man. What happened here? Yeah, like you were really into those two being a couple, Mosca, so oof. I'm grateful that you cannot see. Because you would certainly think me a beast if you were able to see this. Because you cannot see, you do not know what I look like. Because I do know. Another beast like me broke into the mansion. Was it? I protected you. Did I not? I protected you. Say that I protected you. Say that I did this for you. Actually a beast? This is what internalized racism is, so bad. I can hear a woman's voice. I can't keep my eyes open. I wonder who she is. They seem like they're really close. Did you choose someone else? Then you could have just said so. I wouldn't be angry. We've been apart for so long. But this does kind of hurt. It hurts. I can't take it. Just once. Could you turn back and say my name? I proved it. That you're still alive. We were lovers, weren't we? So why? You said you wanted a peaceful life. I I can't take this. It hurts so bad. You keep so I can't take this. What I want most is to spend a nice quiet life with you. I don't need anything extravagant. Just an ordinary life, having slowly growing older, having 3, maybe 4 children. We'd never fight, and eventually, before I knew it, I'd be an old lady. Thinking, it was an uneventful life, but it was the best I could have asked for. That's the life I want. And what about you? Yes, I too wish for a peaceful life with you. Polly, I couldn't do. Ah! Master, what is the matter? You look as pale as a ghost. What? I lied to you? So yeah, the the maid wasn't telling us like the truth as we saw it through Pauline's eyes and whatnot. So what is the maid's part in this and all? Have I not told you? I have not told you a single falsehood, master. But the beast. That means you were seeing her memories then. Is that so? That must have been quite difficult to witness. But I assure you I have told you no lies. Bestia was convinced he was a beast, and as servant of this house, it is my responsibility to present my former master to you as he saw himself. This would have been a very different story had you not discovered the truth. A beast meets a white-haired girl and learns humanity. That tale would have been far easier than you, I'm sure. Remaining in the dark and seeing the story through his eyes alone, you would not have witnessed the poor girl's miserable death. And that, perhaps, would have been better for you. But the reality you observed through her eyes changes the truth of this tale. And it sounds like the visions you had did not run in parallel to the events I described to you, but took place slightly earlier in time, which means that yes, her fate was set in stone well before you ever saw it. I do have to wonder, though, why did Bestia believe the woman to be a beast like him? Perhaps it was because her hair, eye, and skin color were similar to his own. The poor young woman who calls upon the mansion did indeed resemble Bestia. They were of similar race. Half of her blood was the same race as his. But was that the only reason? Would that be enough for him to mistake her for a beast? I have my own theory. His memories may have played a role. I suspect Bestia was afraid of the memories from when he was human would cause him to waver. But that's simply my own speculation. Perhaps he had merely lost his grip on reality. How well have you come to understand Bestia, master? You do appear to think he was an ordinary human who believed himself to be a beast. But where does the line between man and beast truly lie? That I do not know. Master, if like Bestia you were to lose your memories and endure persecution and degradation until you broke, would you still remember those you care for? Now, our tale is not yet over. If we were to lose our memories and endure persecution and degradation until we broke, would we remember? Our tale is not yet over. The web of misfortune was tightly, oh so tightly entangled. It could not be unraveled. Let us return now from her memories to the point where we left off in our story. Just after the white-haired girl had disrobed, showing Bestia the difference between her and him. This was, yes, several days following the young woman's death. The blood in the hall had been cleaned up, and there was no trace of it any longer. He had made a tremendous mistake. I would say it's definitely far more likely that that's how Bessie viewed himself. We have no proof that she isn't doctoring any of these tales, but like from what we do know of Bessie so far, he very much believed himself beast, and that seems to be some sort of coping mechanism on how to deal with his own actions and whatnot. Extremely unhealthy one, and his actions are incredibly fucked up. Like, unbelievably so. There was perhaps a chance the white-haired girl had realized, but she knew nothing of the woman. So I entreat you to not fault the white-haired girl for trying to be kind to Bestia. She is without sin, in any and all times. That's interesting. The beast, no, the man, made the white-haired girl put her clothes back on. He seemed to have calmed down a bit. After examining her body and comparing it with his own, he was once again coming to think he might not be a beast. In the past, he would have rejoiced to have proof of his own humanity. However, it was for him then the seed of several new doubts. You said I am a human. Yes. Do you still believe this? I certainly do. You are simply mistaken. You believe yourself to be a beast because of what the villagers said. Why did they call me a beast? If I were to be able to see, I surely answer all your questions. But I cannot, so all I can offer you is my conjecture. Go on, tell me. I suspect that you do not come from this country. No, you do not come from this continent. You come to this continent from far, far away, perhaps even across the seas. This land has been cast into turmoil by the war. Fortunately, no fighting reached the village, but it has blocked trade routes, stripped them their independence, and cast a dark shadow over their hopes. They are quite devastated, I imagine. Yeah, when you go to war, you start taxing your citizens a shit ton, and start taking their food and their supplies and their men and their women, and it's like, oh no. And then you showed up. From what I've heard, this area is not particularly friendly to people from other countries, even less so to those from another continent. I doubt they know much about distant lands, so they've probably never seen someone like you before. But in addition, you would have been wearied and worn. I guess you are emaciated, wasting away. Even though, so that you did not even look like yourself. Do you remember how you arrived at the village? When I woke up, I was on the beach. I don't remember anything before that. My joints all ached and I was incredibly thirsty. I was in so much pain I sought help. But nothing I said got through to the villagers. I did not understand what they said either. But the one thing you did understand was that they were calling you Bestia. Right. I also understand the word was used to describe beasts. The way they looked at me, it wasn't normal, so I imagine at first they simply didn't want the trouble. They didn't actually think you were a beast, simply that this wretched man, unfamiliar in appearance, would watch ashore resembled the beast. Washed ashore? You were in an accident, were you not? While crossing the sea. I do not remember. I can't remember. No, I mustn't remember. If I am not a beast, that means the other beast wasn't one either. What did the beast look like? It looked somehow similar to me. Its hair color, skin color, eye color, and the way it spoke sounded vaguely familiar. Which means it was... I cannot accept that. If I do, then that means I have done something terrible. No. What? They did call me a beast. I was in fact a beast. As I'm saying, that's because... Tell me I'm a beast, please. Let me remain a beast. How do you imagine he saw the world? I cannot even begin to fathom. But you can never know what someone else sees. And there is nothing to say that they see the same thing as you. And you and I have seen different things. So too did the man and his lover see different things. Or perchance the true shape of the world is visible only through the white-haired girl's sightless eyes. Do you think the reason he has so stubbornly rejected his human memories is because he had taken the life of his beloved? I personally believe that there's more to it than that. Someday you shall remember. You shall remember everything, and I will not allow you to avert your eyes. Remember that you have always been a beast, incapable of saving anyone, only of taking, remember, and suffer. Agonize, writhe, anguish, grieve, suffer. Such a damn shame. Our homeland is but a stone's throw away, and they still won't let us in. Just how long are they going to maintain this stance? Regrettable, isn't it, son? Yes, I agree with you wholeheartedly, Captain Asama. We can make it this far on the white men's ship, but they give no response to our missives. I'm not sure it's even reading the magistrate's hands. It's so difficult to be in the slightest bit accommodating to your fellow countrymen. They seem to be treating the white men rather poorly as well. I heard they imprisoned them on a tiny man-made island. That's no way to make friends. Well, all things considered, we can hardly call this our homeland anymore anyway. For how many generations has your family lived overseas again? I'm the third. I see, then I have doubt you have any attachment to this land. That's not true. I may never have the opportunity to set foot on our soil, but my spirit dwells within this land. My grandfather has told me so much about this country, of her 4 rich, vibrant seasons and boundless beauty. I am deeply grateful that you invited me on this voyage to visit her, Captain Sama. I have finally, if only at a distance, laid eyes upon my home. I cannot say when this era may draw to close, but I hope the time comes when we can proudly proclaim our motherland. You can't find food this good back home. I eagerly wait that day that becomes true. Indeed, as do I. I've lied to her. She believed I was born in the Orient, but in truth, I've never once set foot in that country. I was born in Europe. My family has not been permitted to return since my grandparents left. I can still remember as clear as day the look of profound regret on my grandfather's face as he departed from this world. He bequeathed unto me a katana, and on that day, that blade became the one object binding me to my homeland. I could not bring myself to tell her that I am disallowed to return home. I did not want her to think that I had been forsaken by my country, that my country would do such a thing. However, some part of me believes that there's more to it than that. A smuggler? Yeah, I never would have expected it, not on this ship. One of our crew was conspiring with the government official. He hid unreported goods on board and delivered them in secret. What goods? Silver coins. Spanish coins traded for more than they're worth as currency. The official was sentenced to commit seppuku, but we are responsible for our own crew's punishment. I'm still trying to decide how to handle it. Have him commit seppuku as well. The sailors brought shame upon the entire ship. If he's made to take responsibility for his actions, then perhaps we can minimize the damage to her reputation. You make a fair point. Unfortunately, he's not of this land. I doubt he's familiar with the ritual. Then I shall serve as a second and ensure he dies without issue. Have you lost your mind? I have been trained in the art. It's unlikely I should fail. You're not a samurai, though. I was born into a family of samurai. At least, was until 3 generations ago. But that blood still courses through my veins. Very well then. That is how we shall do it. We now commence the ritual seppuku of our fellow crewman, Seedorf. Seedorf has, in violation of restrictions set in place by the shogunate, committed the grave crime of smuggling prohibited goods into the country. In order to atone for this betrayal of the trust of both nations, he vows to take his life here before you. Do you have any last words? I deeply regret that we should lose a companion with whom we traveled the 7 seas in this manner. Do it. Wasn't me. What? It wasn't me. I've been set up. I didn't smuggle anything. I don't know anything about any silver coins. I've been framed. Believe me. Why should I have to slice my... Yukimasa. He said the accusations were false. Lies to escape punishment. I could not allow him to continue shaming himself and us when his fate was already decided. It would only serve to tarnish the ship's honor. But an investigation was performed, and his duty is to trust those results. You're right. Yes, you're right. Good work. Now this needs to be cleaned up. Yes, sir. I'm sure I was mistaken, but I would like to ask you anyway. Were you smiling as you did it? You must have been seeing things. Was that really the only reason I couldn't bring myself to tell her the truth? What was that dream? Was that from my memories? No. Asama? I've never met that man. Or that woman. No, I was just, no, it wasn't me. I don't remember. I don't remember anything. Not a thing, not a single thing. I'm a beast, not a human. I don't need those memories. Are you there? Are you there? Where are you? Come to me, be with me. Peace, be my peace. Where are you? Where have you gone? Why? Why are you not at my side? Don't remember it. Stop remembering. Is that a silver coin? Spanish silver. Some weeks after we set off back west, I find a silver coin in the ship's hold. I don't know if it got overlooked or dropped on transporting rest, but there's just one. The first thing I think when I find is that I should report to Captain Selma. But instead, I slip the coin into my pocket and take my leave of the hold as if nothing ever happened. Not for the purpose of smuggling it for some extra cash. It only has extra value in the East. Back west is worth nothing more than its designated value as currency. So again, it's not for want of money. Well, damn. It seems Seedorf might have been innocent after all. Perhaps so. If he had no hand in the smuggling, then I have done a horribly regrettable thing. Now, as you said, an investigation was conducted. We had no choice to believe the information we were given. You mustn't blame yourself. I feel bad for you putting such an unpleasant responsibility on you. Not at all. Now, how do we handle this? I can't believe a silver coin is found in someone else's luggage. It'd be best to handle this internally. Publicly, we have already made our amends with Seedorf's death. That's true. Though it would be prudent to try and discover from where he's acquiring funds, so as to prevent another such incident. Should one of our crew be caught smuggling again, he will not be the only one asked to take responsibility. I have great sympathy for you, Captain Selma. This is quite the headache. I can't imagine he'd give up his connection just because we asked. We can force him. If he doesn't want to talk, then we can give him some encouragement. But I couldn't. Worry not, Captain Osama. I shall take care of the dirty work. You needn't troubling yourself with anything, Captain Osama. Leave it all to me. Captain. Very well. I'll leave this in your hands, Yukimasa. Yes, sir. It seems pretty evident at this point. The reason Yukimasa kills isn't as a response to the trauma of, what the villagers did to him. How are you feeling? Hey, untie me. What's the meaning of this? A silver coin was discovered in your luggage. A silver coin? Interesting. It would seem you have quite an knack for acting. Hold on, I don't follow. I thought the smuggling problem was taken care of. Seedorf wasn't the one doing the smuggling, it was you. Like hell, I've never seen any damn silver coins. This is some kind of mistake. Check my bags again. The coin was found in your luggage, regrettably. Captain Asama saw it himself. Lies, I swear I've never touched one. Is that so? I swear never once. Please believe me, I'm no smuggler. I've done good work, even on this expedition. I'm not one who'd get involved in smuggling. I don't know what kind of person anyone is. We may have known each other for years, but that doesn't mean I have any way of knowing. What you think in private, how you feel, what kind of person you are. You smuggled the coins, didn't you? I didn't, I had nothing to do with it. Who was your supplier? I'm telling you, I'm no smuggler. It puts Captain Osman in an uncomfortable position if you don't talk. We can't risk damaging our homeland's trust any further. I swear to God I had nothing to do with it. So you won't tell. How can I tell you something I know nothing about? I see. You believe me? It's very, very important information, enough so that you can't give it up so easily. In which case, I'll just do what I have to do until you talk. What are you... Whenever you're ready to talk, let me know. I'll stop right away. Hey, stop, what are you? Quite the thick fingers you have. Let go, what are you? But it's all meat. Your bones aren't any thicker than anyone else's. My finger. Don't start screaming just yet. That was just the first. Your little finger next to your right finger. Stop it, please. I'm telling you. I'm begging you. Are you ready to talk? I told you I don't know anything. Too bad. Your middle finger. Don't tug. Your right hand is going to be useless if you don't start talking soon. What do you want me to tell you? I swear I had nothing to do with it. What has you so stubbornly refusing to talk? Is your spire really worth going to such lengths to protect? No, I can't tell you what I don't know. All that's left is your thumb. Oh, please, someone get... Just so we're perfectly clear, everyone boards knows what you did. No one's going to come to Smuggler's aid. God, I can't take any more of this. Please stop. Ready to talk? What will it be? I'll talk. Okay, I'll talk. If anything you tell me is a lie, you can consider your life forfeit. Are you ready to tell me the truth? We will investigate the details of your confession. If you lie, we will find it out. Understood? But I... Speak. But... Or can't you? I don't know anything. That's a shame. Ah! You won't be using your right hand ever again. Although there are still 5 fingers on your left. Are you in pain? Do you want me to stop? Yes, please. Alright. Ah! 4 left. That's quite the face. I wish I could show it to you in a mirror. What is wrong with you? You monster. I'm not doing this because I want to. You're the one forcing my hand by refusing to talk. Now go on, spit it out. You wouldn't believe anything I said anyway. How long have you been doing this? You're the first. Liar, you sick bastard. It's the truth, though. Then why are you smiling? 3 left. What will it be? Will you tell me everything? No lies, no omissions? It wasn't me. I didn't do anything. 2 left. It's surprising how easily they break. No. Stop. This is the last one. It burns my fingers on fire. Now what next? It burns. Are you listening? Hello? This is over a few broken fingers. Need me to wake you up? Let me tell you something. I'm the one who put the coin in your luggage. Of course you don't know anything. Anyone, get in here. The silver coin wasn't... Don't go shouting things you'll regret. It's hard to fight back with your hands in that condition. Having trouble breathing? Well, are you? You need air? I guess it's hard to talk with my hands around your throat, huh? Do you want air? Alright, then you can have some air. Someone, hey, please get... You just don't learn. I can see the words written on his face. Why? Why are you doing this? Why? That is a good question. I'm not even sure myself. Hey. Answer me. Well, damn. I missed the opportunity to use my katana. So yeah, that scene was a bit uncomfortable. I tossed the man's body overboard. My story will be that he sneaked out while I was unlooking and threw himself into the sea. As I watched the sack of flesh sink into the depths, I'm thoroughly shocked to realize I don't feel the slightest bit bad about what happened. I've done. No regret, no remorse. Nothing. I comprehend that the things I've done are reprehensible, that they're evil, but that knowledge was insufficient to restrain my urges. There's an itch I felt deep in my chest ever since the moment my blade sunk into the teeth into Seedorf's neck. I don't know what to call it, but I feel like I'm floating, like everything swirling about inside me has been unleashed, set free. There's also an edge of anxiety, though. If I continue down this path, what might I transform into? Despite feeling not the slightest bit guilty about the horrible things I've done, I still fear this life I've made slipping away from me. I want something to anchor me. What exactly am I? Is this what I wanted to become? The kind of man who can take another's life without flinching? Fully aware of his actions? And if that's truly what I am, perhaps it would make things easier if I did lose everything. Oh, don't scare me like that. Where do you pick up a word like nitnete? Nah. I never took you for someone so pretentious. I'm sorry. You just look so... There's something about the voice that called out earlier after, Pauline's death, where they wanted him to suffer, like, you realize that you're a beast no matter what. Right? That part's also interesting. Something called a child. I'm not a little girl anymore. Sorry, really. Don't be mad, don't be so mad, Polly. I'm not mad at all. It's been a year and a half. We finally get to see each other again. That we do. Do you have any trouble out at sea? Did you fall ill or get caught in a storm or run into any kind of danger at all? No, there was no trouble. Everything went fine with that incident. The sea god was watching over us, I suppose. Ooh. We haven't seen this before. This background. I don't know. What am I? Who am I? Who? What is this room? What are those colored windows? Were those here before in the mansion? Ah, I know what that is. It's an angel. The angel. The angel is... It's looking at me and laughing. The angel's looking down on me and laughing. What are you doing? The angel's laughing at me. The angel. So I, the angel. You, where were you? I went to the kitchen to get a drink of water. You have nothing to worry about. I will not run away from you. I am not human, am I? I am not human. You are not a human. You are you. It's alright. I imagine it's quite disconcerting, having lost your memories. But no matter what happens, you will always be you. Don't be afraid. Are those the words of encouragement I truly wanted to hear? Am I afraid of being myself? I don't know. Don't think about it. I'm a beast with no memories. His psyche drifted erratically between human and beast. If he accepted himself as human, it might cause memories better left buried to return to him. If he accepted himself as a beast in exchange for his memories, he would no longer be able to rejoin human society. The white-haired girl fervently supported him in this precarious time. I was quite amazed. I had never imagined she would grow to be such a strong woman. Nonetheless, God is a cruel master. For what strength he gave her spiritually, he took an equal part from her physically. Though she persisted day in and day out to stay by the man's side, one day she suddenly fell ill. With her in throes of high fever and not knowing the cause, he fell into a perpetual panic. There was no medicine in the mansion. They could hardly manage to put together sufficiently nutritious meals. Though there was no medicine, maybe there was something else that could make her feel better. However, everything could think of required him to leave the house. Hey. Is there anything you would like? Anything I would like? I'm considering visiting the village. You're not a beast. You're you. That would only be a problem if you were, like, an awful, awful human being. Well, I guess it could still be a problem if you just think you're an awful, awful human being. But that's a... I thought I might be able to get some medicine. I'd prefer to bring a doctor here, but no one would come if they learned you were in this mansion. So, he was planning to put on a disguise to enter the village as a person. The white-haired girl smiled when she heard this idea. She had, after all, wanted him to think of himself as human. However, because she was so pure-hearted, she did not comprehend the full extent of the slaughter he had confessed to committing. The revenge he had taken on those who had chased him around, how sinister his cackling and furious his reaping. She did not grasp how serious it was. She had faith that Bestia had kindness in her heart. If you cannot get any medication, then buy me some oranges, please. Oranges? This is a land blessed with the sun. You should be able to find some wonderful, fresh oranges. Will that make you feel better? Yes, it should. Okay. Bestia's mind was made up. He would don the skin of a human for her, to protect the peace he had. Yukimasa just wants to live a peaceful life. Just wants to live a peaceful life. It was to him the source of his fear. Whenever he left his guard down, their shouts would be played back in his mind. Bestia. Bestia. Hideous beast. Though he had physically conquered the people who lived there, Bestia's memories of the village still haunted him. But her health meant more to him than any of that. He was willing to cast aside his fear if that meant the white would go for it. Much like Yoshikage Kira, Bestia does nothing wrong. Absolutely nothing. A veritable griffin. The girl still in her bread, he made his way out of the mansion. He crossed the overgrown forest, pushing forward one step at a time, all the while trying to brush aside his apprehension, until he arrived at the village. This is where they called me a beast, where I was almost killed, and where I killed them. I look different than I did then. I'm dressed differently too, but can I play the part? Can I act convincing enough human? I have no choice, there are no other villagers. I can't let her die. Excuse me, could you answer a question for me? A village man is looking at me, only for a moment, but for that that moment is torturously long. A faint look of panic crossed his face, perhaps in fear of my appearance. But he's staring at me. Will he point his finger at me and call me a beast? Will the other villagers come to kill me? However, haven't seen you around here before. He didn't recognize me. He has to come from faraway land and I'm unfamiliar with this area, so. You're dressed like a nobleman. On a secret trip or something? Something like that. You look really pale though. Searching for a doctor? Yes, but not for me. My companion has come down with a fever. Sorry to hear. I'd love to introduce you, but he's out right now. And he won't come back for a few days. I see. And where might I be able to buy some fruit? There's a shop just around that corner. Thank you very much. Don't mention it. Do take care, traveler. It's dangerous out there. It's starting to attract attention, but not the same kind as before. They don't look at me with revulsion, hatred, or fierce indignation. They're simply curious. Kinda crazy when he washed ashore ragged and needing help, like the way in which they treated him, and ways in which they treat him now that he looks like a noble. The village feels different than last time. Could have been changed this drastically, or is it because I really did look like a beast then? And now I look like a human? I don't know. Excuse me. Me? Yes. I would like to buy some fruit, some oranges. Oranges already, just a sec. The fruit vendor doesn't recognize me as a beast either. Any other year and they'd be a lot plumper than us. But this year we've had an end of war and the whole mess with the beast and it's just been crazy. If you'd like, how about you come back in a few years and try oranges then? They'll be several times better, I assure you. I'll keep that in mind. You bet, that'll be... I'm sorry, I don't have any local currency. Will this suffice? What? How? How is... No good, I take it? No, that on the contrary, it's hardly fair for you trading a jewel for a few oranges. That's all I have to offer. I hope you can exchange it for money. Sure, you nobles or something else. Noble. Aren't you? Though if you wander around dressed too well, you put yourself in danger. You might find yourself stripped bare by a bandit, or perhaps even catch the attention of the beast. The beast. Everyone mentions the beast. They speak of me. Have you heard the tales? I have not. There's a beast den not too far from this village. It's attacked before and we've been living in fear, never knowing when it might attack again. But that all ends today. The men have finally found their spines. They all got together and went out to exterminate it. What? And you'll never guess who's responsible. A kid, a little boy spearheading the attack. Never would have expected a little kid to whip all our lazy, cowardly men into shape. The boy's the only one who knows where the beast's den. What about your oranges? The men have banded together, and they're going to kill the beast. Why now? Why when I'm not there? I'm the beast, I'm right here. I'm what you're trying to hunt. The only person at the mansion right now is her. He regretted not asking the fruit vendor how long ago the party set off. And though, what good would that knowledge have done him? He had to hurry back regardless. The sun was beginning to set, dripping the surroundings in deep blackness. As if to keep him from returning home, the knight wrapped its hands around his head, covering both eyes. In what direction did he have to head to return to the mansion? He stormed through the forest and eventually the mansion appeared before him, like the world fading into view after a dream. Tempest in the night blowing through the overgrowth toward the house. Please make it time. I need the peace that she provides me. Last thing I want is for her to die. In the blink of an eye, he was through the door, charging down the mansion's hall. He could not sense anyone else inside them. All he could hear was the whoosh of the wind blowing the house from somewhere. It seemed the window was open. Where are you? Where had you gone? Answer me, please answer me. He cried out the girl's name again and again until his throat was sore and his voice hoarse, but she did not respond. He rushed into her bed to take her. Oh, hey, hello! Where are you? Answer me! The man swung his head back and forth so hard he thought he might break his own man. And when he made to look down, he slipped, falling on his elbow. He felt something slick on his hand. The liquid was still warm. No, that cannot be. It can't be. It cannot be. Like a genuine beast, he followed the trail of slippery fluid on forward. The trail glimmered like red wine. It stretched down the hall past the living room, smeared across the floor like it had been wiped down with a mop. The man crawled and crawled and crawled until at last he reached the stairs leading down to the cellar. The ruby trail continued. From beyond the door, he could hear men's voices. With a howl, the man stumbled down the stairs, throwing open the window. His first impression was the stench of blood was suffocating. Indeed, there he discovered the way hair go. He found himself unable to even scream. For once, porcelain's skin was no longer even sickly pale. It was now bloodless colored dirt. She was sprawled haphazardly out on the cellar floor, dried blood stains around her half-open mouth, and those lips were naturally lacking their former rosy. Her body was covered with an array of wounds, but the most prominent was the man's singular sword standing tall in her chest. This is the bestia. He doesn't look the same. It's him. He's the same guy. He's the bestia. Several villagers surround him at the behest of the young boy. He's gotten himself dressed up all proper and fancy, but go close don't make him a good man. Isn't that right, you bestia? No. You murderer. Why did you kill her? Why? Do you want to know why? Her death was an accident, that's it. I feel bad about what happened, but any woman who would live with a man like you must be a witch. Does that hurt? Are you hurting right now, you beast? Then maybe now you understand. You not only stole my parents' friend from me, you ripped the last shard of hope I had from my hands. Do you get it? Do you finally understand how I feel? Now do you know how it feels to have someone you care about taken from you? Pauline was desperately trying to find you. Why would you kill someone so devoted to you? Do you understand what you've done? I'm asking you a question, you goddamn murderer. I see. And now I have nothing left. What? The man stepped forward, almost perfectly calm. His panic had vanished as if it were never there. His eyes were disturbingly vacant. Perhaps the sorrow had overpowered him, beating his heart into quiet submission. No, that was not the case. Those eyes were empty, a faint smile spread across his lips. The transition was swift, as though gear had switched in his mind. The boy and the other villager were frozen in place at the sight. Before long, the man was standing before the deceased girl's body, and then he pulled the blade from her chest. I knew it. I was really a beast, and what I wanted was a tether. What are you hammering on about? Didn't you care about that woman? Did you choose her over Pauline? Who you then threw aside and butchered? What is wrong with you? What was she to you? She was my serenity, but she's dead now, and there's nothing I can do about it. Peace, calm, tranquility. The man's behavior was downright eerie, causing the boy to flinch back. Believing he had everything taken from him, could not possibly lose anything more, I imagine was what allowed him to stand up to the beast, the source of such crippling fear. In that now, he found himself unable to move. He found himself in the face of such an incomprehensible creature, paralyzed with fear, and the villagers were similarly dumbstruck. Not even I could understand this behavior. What the hell is wrong with you? How can you laugh at this? I don't get it. How indeed, I wonder myself. But you know what? It doesn't matter anymore, because every last one of my anchors is broken off and sunk into the sea. There's a lot of laughing. Damn it, keep moving. Kill him. I'll slaughter every last one of you. Ah, yes. My whole life, I've always wanted to kill. What was it that afflicted you with such madness? Losing your memory in the shipwreck? The abuse and insults you suffered at the villagers' hands? Or was it your grief at not being able to return to your homeland? No, none of those were the root. You were. You were always like this. You were always bore those twisted desires. You had these deep, constant urges to cause others harm. That is your essence. The real you hidden beneath masks of sincerity. The true beast was your heart. The beast was a convenient skin for you to wear. You wanted to be a brutal savage murderer. You never really loved the white-haired girl, or the black-haired woman for that matter. You were merely attached to them, fixated on the idea of a world of tranquility. You used this piece to anchor yourself to prevent you from drifting off into the ocean of your desires. You yearned to cause pain, while also hungering for the opposite, a calm life. You idolized this idealized life, spent in quiet harmony with another, because you knew just how difficult it would be for you to attain. Far more difficult for you than satisfying cravings, but not impossible. I personally had hoped you would find peace with someone rather than descend into savagery. It may have been only superficial, but it had been very human. Ultimately, peace slipped through your fingers, and no one was left to suppress your desires. You cannot, after all hold them back yourself. What a tragic man. What a hopeless man you are. Well, we just finished the Weeping Manor. The door to the cellar swung shut, and you had fallen to the floor at some point, unable to bear the stench of blood. The maid stood behind you, her arms wrapped around your shoulders. The maid's voice was chillingly gentle. That was quite horrific, wasn't it? Are you feeling unwell, master? Oh my, you're shaking, master. Fear not, I assure you, the beast will not come through that door. I am here for you, and I will continue to hold you for as long as you need to settle your nerves. Oh dear, you feel like you might freeze in my arms. Am I really that cold? I cannot tell my own temperature. You wish to know what happened to the Bestia after that? I could open the door once more and show you. But I have no intention of knowingly tossing you back into that den of horrors. He lost the rest of his humanity, becoming a holy beast. But, to tell just a little more of the tales, I understand the entire village was raised shortly thereafter. He was a bewitchingly talented swordsman. Not a single person living in that village could stand up to him. In the woman's memory you saw, he was a gentleman, yes? But even the mildest men can change. Though personally I believe that without an element of monstrousness buried somewhere within, a man cannot become a beast regardless of what might push him in that direction. Do you follow? Now tell me, Esther, have you remembered anything? Oh dear, I was afraid of that. I'm a remarkably patient maid. I shall accompany you for as long as you require. So do please find your memories. Yeah, the way they play with nature and nurture and reasoning behind things here is and the way that subverts the whole Beauty Beast thing plays pretty well. Yep. The mansion is quite large, so hold on to my hand. We would not want to get separated. So I think I'm just gonna get to the next door, get to that scene, and then save it. So you and the maid traveled down dimly lit hall, passing by the mirror once again. The light from the candle in the maid's hand was the only thing that reflected in it. The maid herself did not appear. However, just as you were about to avert your eyes, you thought you caught a glimpse of white hair. You heard a voice echo in the darkness, and when you turned to face the mirror again, the glass of the color was obsidian, and it had been painted over. The voice seemed to be coming from beyond the mirror. The maid did not turn back, evidently having not heard anything. You extend your hand toward the darkness, overrunning the mirror. The second your hand brushes against the surface, the tips of your fingers sink into it, and the next thing you realize, the whole world is sinking into darkness. You could hear a voice. Yeah, the white-haired girl, upon learning of, even somewhat knowing of, Yukimasa's horrible murders, and like staying with him or even caring about him is kind of crazy. Not kind of, just absolutely. I am the witch. Ooh. Giselle, it's getting foggy. It looks like my brain. Maybe we should take a little break. You want to keep going? Oh, all right then. This deep in the forest? Thank you very much. You must be tired after such a long journey. This is the mansion I'm looking for, yes? He could have said something. Oh well, I should get going, I guess. Does no one live here? But if that's the case, then why was it such a big door? Please open. It's not locked, I guess. I wonder if the window's open. Darn, not a hint of light. Hello, is anyone there? Please don't tell me it's actually abandoned. I suppose I can't know without looking around a bit more. What do we have here? Drapes? I see a little light beyond. It's so pretty. It looks like an angel. Why would someone cover this up? It's beautiful. With a little more light, it'd be. I fell in love with the song. Please do not touch the drapes. Or the windows. Michelle, I'm sorry for coming in uninvited, but I did announce myself. Is this your mansion? It is. Thank goodness, I was afraid it was deserted. I suspect you would have preferred if the house were abandoned. Oh, not at all. I would be scared to death by staying in this dark mansion all by myself. I'm sorry. No ill will intended, but I do think I could do with some light. That way you could see where you were walking. I'm sure this room would look splendid illuminated. Not necessary. I do perfectly well as things are. How can you see when it's so dark? I have an abundance of candles and oil for lamps, and I'm not in want of means of creating light. It is not your place to criticize my lifestyle. If you need light, you're free to leave. If you're in need of money, help yourself to some of the furniture. There's a village not far from here. Trade for food to make your way to a larger town. I'm no longer able to freely return to the city. I cannot go back there. Please don't chase me out. I see. And do you ask this me where people refer to this mansion? They say that a witch lives here. Not merely a witch. A cursed witch. If you remain here, you too shall likely suffer your own destruction. You're worried for my well-being? Witch or not, my mind is made up. Which will strike you first, I wonder, regret or curse? You seem to be doing just fine. It's only a tale. The witch is real, very much so. It's not a legend, nor a fairy tale. The witch's name was Morgana. Is me. Yeah, you are excused, Mosca. What was that? Giselle? Oh my, what is the matter, Master? Why are you standing in place? There's nothing here. The maid did not seem to have seen anything. You made to ask her about the scene you just witnessed. Master, you seem like you've just seen a ghost. What is the matter? How about a little rest before we move on? You do not wish to remain here? And still not fond of mirrors. How long have you been gone, Evie? What was the last thing? So I can give you a decent rundown. Yes. Just post some chat and then I'll do it after. As soon as you do. I too dearly wish for you to return to your old self as soon as possible, Master. If your desire is to push onward, then I could hardly be happier. Now follow me. You follow the maid's lead, returning to the living room. From there, you climb a set of stairs, your hands sliding through the dust that settled on them. Who is Michelle Weiss? Mosca? Michelle is super hot. He is also one of my favorite characters of all time. So you'll like him. Yeah. So for the Bestia arc, right? So you know how he killed Pauline, and that was really awful, and he's actually Yukimasa, and then in response, Javi got the villagers to go kill him, but he instead killed them all. Hot and well written, meeting all your standards, right? Oh. You follow Main's lead, returning to the living room. From there, you climb a set of stairs, your hands sliding through the dust that's on them. Oh yeah, by the way, if you missed this specific part, it was shown that Yukimasa tortured and killed someone on purpose, like after framing them, even before the whole events of, the shipwreck. Also, the white-haired girl died when the villagers killed her. So, happy ending all around. When you stepped out of sight of the mirror and the maid returned to normal, you had been on the verge of remembering something, but you were no longer in the position to be concerned about such things, for the chill in the air within the mansion seemed to have intensified. Standing at one end of the long corridor, you asked the maid, "When was the mansion built?" "I'd imagine you know more about that than me, master." "Yes, I know. You have not yet regained your memories. I was simply teasing you. I have been a servant in this house for many, many years, but the truth is, I do not know everything about it. All I know is that the mansion is cursed, and that it has brought misfortune upon its residents, since times of old. I can make a conjecture as to when it began, but I believe you should be figured out for yourself, master. There's no guarantee my perspective is the correct one. Now let us proceed." You and the maid traveled down the dimly lit corridor. While the layout of the house was the same as the airs of the flaxen-haired boy and the beast, the bleak, colorless gloom felt incredibly dreary. On the wall, partway down the hall, hung a painting. The painting, which depicted a beautiful landscape, was oddly entrancing, but you did not have time to appreciate the artwork. You handed the maid, you passed by the painting. Before long, a door came to sight at the end of the hall. "This door is what I would like to show you next, master. Listen closely. Do you hear the voices? Lively but rough, energetic but coarse. What lies beyond this door neither appeared of elegance or abundance like the first, nor one like ruin and savagery like the second. Technology and culture had become quite developed. Cameras and photography had been invented. It was a time of great progress and many breakthroughs, and for that reason, those who lived in it were constantly seeking to try new things. The tale I'm about to tell you is one of a man who wagered everything on his ambition. I hope that's what you see, master. What you see, master, will stir something in your heart. Now through that door we would go. Please do not let go of my hand." The maid pushed open the door. Colorful balls bounced around atop the long green dark table. One man dressed in black standing by the billiards table turned towards the door. The room was inundated with eye-watering cigar smoke, causing you to squeeze your eyes shut. The third door. "1869. Once again, another banger track. Anyway, I'm just gonna stand for a bit, if anyone wants to talk about the end of that chapter, and also thanks to everyone who showed up, and I hope you're enjoying this VN as much as I am, because this is one I really love. Also, thanks for showing up for it, also, man. Yeah, and this is also one of those stories that gets much better the more you know, because it becomes more layered with the more you have. So even these parts in the back get better in hindsight, and the writing also just gets stronger as well, straight up. Oh damn! It's been 3 hours, so yeah, I think my throat's trying to get coarse. So yeah. I think I'm just gonna call it here. Have a good night, everyone, and thanks for being here, and I hope you all have a good night. Bye! Oh wait, no, wait. I should check if anyone's streaming, so I should raid them because that's a thing I can do. Just let me do that. Okay, let's raid Proxy XQ, who's playing Guilty Gear Strive. Yeah, I'm a bit afraid right before we raid that. Yeah, this is a sadness stream. We might have more sadness streams. It's just the kind of game this is. All right. Let's raid now.